nation, as a land of peace and stability, and a good tourist destination. So when them other islands revel in confusion, we don't bear no grudge, we don't bear envy. Even when we have election, we abstain from confusion. Peace does prevail in Queen City. And when them tourists come for vacation, man, they always compliment we. And the people so free and so friendly, so friendly, in a land of natural beauty. God bless our country, bless our native land. Grant us that courage to change the things we can to keep progress in our land. We call it the land of above.
Paradise here on earth.
It's the opinion of the expert.
Paradise here on earth.
But leave is nice,
Leave is nice.
leave is nice,
Leave is nice.
leave is
Leave
nice,
is nice.
leave is
Leave
nice.
is nice.
That's what beauty the air so
We're
clean.
the queen of the Caribbean.
If you jump on me here, you
We're the
scream.
queen of the Caribbean.
Forward. Tick it. I love me country. I feel so free. Yeah. Come on. In a complex world of constant changes, we kept the good things we always had, like loving the people that represent us, here in our home and even abroad. Many nations sit idly by, watch the heroes suffer and die, but we give our heroes respect and recognition. The small one they were at the top, and we proudly carry the torch as the guiding light for those conquered by division. I say to my sister, I am saying, kids, how that you have accomplished that change. Take example and follow me. Be like me, and we can share the same destiny. God bless our country, bless our native land. Grant us that courage to change the things we can to keep progress in our land. Call it the land of above.
Paradise here on earth.
I know do some the duty and pay.
Paradise here on earth.
But leave is nice,
Leave is nice.
leave is
Leave
nice,
is nice.
leave is nice,
Leave is
nice,
nice.
leave is
Leave
nice.
is nice.
I thought beauty the air so
We're the
clean.
queen of the Caribbean.
I feel so proud, man, I want to
We're the
scream.
queen of the Caribbean.
Forward! The small one they were at the top, and we proudly carry the torch as the guiding light for those conquered by division. I say to my sister, I am saying, kids, how that you have accomplished that change. Take example and follow me. Be like me, and we can share the same destiny. God bless our country, bless our native land. Grant us that courage to change the things we can to keep progress in our land. Call it the land of above.
Paradise here on earth.
I know do some the duty and pay.
Paradise here on earth.
What for leave is nice,
Leave is nice.
leave is
CCM massive, CCM people, CCM support. The time is here to show your true colors. It's a concerned citizen movement campaign launch and rally this Saturday, May 21st, 2022 at Caribbean Cove at 8 p.m. Supporters of 9, 10, and 11. Go on out and hear your concerned citizen movement candidates. Honorable Eric Evelyn, Honorable Alexis Jeffers, and Premier Honorable Mac A.G. Bradley. The big blue machine is ready to roll this Saturday, 21st May 2022.
Pipeline flowing smooth. The rant and raving getting on good. Because the country running good, good, good. So every Saturday they down in town making more noise than a bongo drum. Because the pipeline bus. The pipeline bus. Brother, the pipeline bus. The pipeline bus. And they campaigning wrong and wrong, selling the lies and the confusion. Because the pipeline bus. The pipeline bus. Brother, the pipeline bus. The pipeline bus. And the projects coming out hot in the head. Airport, seaport, roads and housing. Politically they're dead. So they're preaching fire and brimstone instead. Because the pipeline bus. The pipeline bus. Brother, the pipeline bus. The pipeline bus. Country running.
1, 2. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. How are you feeling tonight? Okay, welcome to the launch of the CCM campaign for the federal elections 2022. Of course, you know that the Concerned Citizens Movement is a God-fearing party. So we're going to start off with a word of prayer from the Honorable Spencer Brand.
Good night, good evening, everybody. Good evening. Well, my task tonight to start off the meeting is to bring a word of prayer. And I want you to reverence yourself for just a few moments while we go to God in prayer. Holy and most loving Father, we come to you tonight in this launch of your Concerned Citizens Movement Party's candidate for this federal election. We pray, oh God, that you would take charge of tonight's proceedings. We pray, oh God, that you would give all of the speakers clearness of thought and truth on their tongue. We pray, oh God, that while we come in this launch, we must recognize that we have some challenges that is before our nation. And we pray, oh God, that you would help us to get through those challenges. Tonight, oh God, we bring before you the Premier of the island of Nevis, the Honorable Mark Anthony Graham Brantley. Tonight, oh God, we bring before you our Deputy Premier, the Honorable Alexis Jeffers. Tonight, oh God, we bring before you their colleague, the Honorable Eric Rohan Evelyn, as our candidates in this federal election. We pray, oh God, that you would protect them. You would give them the strength and the courage to carry on the message to your people on the island of Nevis throughout this campaign. And in everything we do, oh God, we do it to your honor and glory. Let tonight be a wonderful evening, and let it be a blessing to all of us who are here and those who are listening far and wide. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen and amen.
Thank you, my brother. You see, here in the CCM, we like to start it off good. And so we got a holy man to come up here in another life. We would have been calling him Reverend Spencer. Who knows? Maybe one of these days. Ladies and gentlemen, I know none of us was born big. We all started off as little babies. And we crawl. And then we learn to walk. And then we learn to run. Well, the Concerned Citizens Movement is no different. We started off in 1987. And we didn't start off big. We had to take our time. And then we grew and we grew into the massive blue machine that we are now. And you see, along the way, we have a lot of people that we need to thank for that. And one of those people who has contributed greatly to the Concerned Citizens Movement and to the success of the party, to bringing us to where we are today, is the Honorable Vance Amory of blessed memory, who recently passed away. And so, ladies and gentlemen, we should never let the memory of Vance Amory dissipate from our minds. We should hold him in our heart because he has done a lot for us in CCM, and he has done a lot for us, the people of Nevis and the people of St. Kitts and Nevis as a whole. So before we kick things off tonight, I want to ask everybody to stand up with me and let us observe a moment of silence in respect and in honor of our fallen leader and our fallen brother, the Honorable Vance Amory. So could we all stand, please? Starting now. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. That was a minute well spent.
We're ready. Yeah, we're ready. 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 We're ready. We're ready. 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 We're ready. We're ready. Yeah, we're ready. 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 Look how the sun now raising up, and the crowd now waking up. The atmosphere have vibes, and nothing can break it up. The girl them a wine non-stop. We have the drinks them in a my cup.
So we're ready.
Ready, ready, ready.
We're just warming up the crowd, you know.
Ready, 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 ready.
Let me hear you wherever you are. You ready?
Ready, ready, ready.
It's a big election we have ahead of us. So we want to know if you're ready for what's to come.
Ready, ready, ready. Look how the sun now raising up, and the crowd now waking up. The atmosphere have vibes, and nothing can break it up. The girl them a wine non-stop. We have the drinks them in a my cup.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're ready.
24 parties we hit in a row. Tonight at the very last show. Before we
Let's get this show on the road.
girl them a release the load. So let me see your hands up, so everybody know put your hands up, so
I know the
if you're
big
ready
blue
for the
machine
road,
is ready.
we're ready for the, ready for the, ready for the, ready for the road. We're ready for the, ready for the road.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome. You know, I want to say a special welcome to our brothers and sisters from St. Kitts, decked out in their palm yellow. Let me hear our palm brothers and sisters.
Ready for the road.
You know, I see Mr. Jupant running up and down in front here. You know what I wish, Jupant? I wish I had bet you $200 so I could get me $200 too. Ladies and gentlemen, a little bit of housekeeping. We have our bathrooms to my left here. So for those of you who are going to need to use the restroom, male and female bathroom to the left, don't be afraid to go because they're very clean. We are very clean people in CCM. You know, on my way driving here tonight, I had my 10-year-old daughter and my 3-year-old son with me. I was taking them to the Malcolm Gishard Recreational Park. And my daughter asked me, well, Daddy, how come you all having elections? When you have elections, you're not supposed to be in for 5 years? But you all only had elections in 2020. So what does it mean? You all gonna change history? I said to her, darling, the history is not made yet. We're going to make some history. So she asked me, well, Daddy, how the thing going to work? Who going to be the leader? You believe CCM going to win? I said, darling, CCM is holding 3 seats in Nevis. We're starting at 9, we're going to 10, and we're going to 11. I said, of that, you can be assured. She said, yes, I believe you because I know you don't lie to me. So ladies and gentlemen, CCM is here to take 9, 10, and 11. And we're going to pass here in strength. You see, because as the young people observe, we weren't supposed to be here for federal election. We had the big blue machine in the shop in Nevis, getting it primed. But we were going to be ready for a local election because a local election was due sometime soon. We didn't expect a federal election to be upon us until maybe another 3 years down the road. But look what happened. Look what happened. One man decided that after the game done, after the music stopped playing and the band done pack up, he still want to be in front, dancing away. Dancing. To what music? The band pack up already. So imagine the way that he was treating your representatives who you vote for. The people who PAM voted for. The people who CCM people voted for. The man started to act as if only he was elected. So only he should do and only he should do. And you know what? You can't disrespect people for long and expect them to sit down and take it. So guess what? When in 2014 and those times, we all came out and we campaigned together, we rallied together, we fought together for unity because we wanted to change the way that St. Kitts and Nevis were going. We didn't feel like the country was going good, so we came out to change it. And unity came in, and the whole country felt good. Everybody working in one accord. St. Kitts and Nevis working. You all would have heard Premier Bentley say many, many times that the relationship is better now than it was before. Better than any time in the past. But guess what? When we decided to work together. We had some agreements. We had things that needed to be done. And so we got in and we felt good. And Nevis started getting a little bit more of the CBI. You all know King Bingi had sing about the SIDF money. King Bingi is in the audience somewhere. He sang about it. It's not anything new. So you all know that we spoke about this fair share thing. So we started to get some. And we said, man, we're not going to make any noise because some coming and we expect better in the future. But fast forward a little bit. The man holding tight, the Prime Minister, in his wisdom, decided that no fair share for Nevis. That Nevis must be satisfied and happy with the pittance that we were getting. And we as Nevisians and we as CCM, we say, no, that can't happen. I tell you, you know, they up and down all over the place. And they cussing Premier Mark Brantley, saying, Premier Mark Brantley this, Premier Mark Brantley that, Premier Mark Brantley asking for this, Premier Mark Brantley asking for that. And what they don't understand, you know, is that Premier Mark Brantley is the voice of reason. That is what they don't understand. Because you had people behind Premier Mark Brantley every single day, pushing him, telling him, man, you need to call out this thing. And you have to understand, Premier Mark Brantley was the reasonable person among the bunch. The voice of reason. So when at the PAM convention, everything came to a head, and Premier Mark Brantley delivered the opinion of many of his supporters. A lot of them come out and say, well, all of a sudden, Mark start to talk about this, and Mark start to talk about that. Is long time Mark holding back the tide, holding back the blue tide, because he know that the people of Nevis who support him, we want our fair share. He has been the voice of reason. So all of them who talking, they should be happy. They have a man like Mark Brantley to deal with because he's a really reasonable fellow. Reasonable. So ladies and gentlemen, you know, people been saying a lot of things. But as I said, I was driving with my daughter. And so I started to tell her a little bit about the fair share. Because she said to me, she said, but Daddy, they said that you all get a lot of money. I said, why you call a lot of money? She said, well, I hear that the Prime Minister going to give a double salary soon. That's not a good thing. I said, darling, the double salary only going to last for 1 month. So I said to her, right? Imagine you have the citizenship by investment money, and Nevis can only get 7% out of the CBI. She said, Daddy, what you mean? That means St. Kitts keep 97%, 93%. I said, you're a smart little girl. She said, yeah, everybody know that. So I want to know, if my 10-year-old daughter could understand that maths, well, how come a doctor of accounting can't understand the maths? It's a simple maths. He used to walk all over the Federation and talk about it. He used to say a pro rata share for all. I can't even do the voice good. You remember that, right? So how a pro rata share get to 7%? How is it in 2021? 2021, last year, the Federation got $588 million. And you know how much came to Nevis? Last year alone. You know how much came to Nevis? 45 out of 588. So how much left in St. Kitts? If you all could add. How much left in St. Kitts? 543. You understand? Million. So Nevis only could get 45. That can't be fair. Lord man, even send 150. You know? Even send 150. And then maybe we couldn't make any noise and say it's unfair. My grandmother of blessed memory would have said that is advantage. Advantage. And we here in Nevis can sit down and take this advantage thing. So, you know, thank God we got good people over in St. Kitts, because this ain't not everybody thing. This is a few bad-minded people who are trying to separate the people of St. Kitts and Nevis. Thank God for people like Sean Richards and Pam, that we know we got good people over on the other side of the water that we could work with. You understand? Anyway, I'm only supposed to be the chairman tonight. I getting carried away. I don't, you know, I like when election time come around, and I like to get up here. But we got some speakers tonight, and they got a lot of things to say. So I can't take the whole mic from me one as much as I want to. Because we could talk all night about this thing, you know. We ain't in no advantage thing with nobody. It's either going to be fair, I ain't going to work at all. You understand? So at the end of this election, we getting rid of those who in the bad mind thing. Give me a little music, so long, DJ.
Yeah, 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 yeah. They are top 10 boy. We voted for CCM again. CCM go keep it up, up. Just keep it up.
Okay, we're gonna get. By the way, for those of you who like to take pictures and so on, we got the 360 camera booth over here on the right. I know that is in thing now. I'm going over there to take a picture or two. So anybody want to take a picture or two by themselves, or if I want to take a picture with me, you're welcome to come over, do the little video on the 360 thing. We're going to get into this meeting now. We got some good speakers. And the first speaker coming to speak to you, you all heard him pray a little earlier. Well, he good in talking politics too. You know, just pray. He talk politics too. Let me welcome to the microphone none other than the Honorable Spencer Brand.
Yeah, 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 yeah. They are top 10 boy. We voted for CCM again. CCM go keep it up. Just keep it up. Keep it up. CCM keep up the momentum. Keep it up. Just keep it up. Keep it up. Leave it. When you're feeling like you can't go on, hold on. Oh. Remember the and the CCM will keep you strong. Hold on, oh. Other politicians want to tear you down, right down, oh. But to Canary and the sheriff will slow you down. Hold on. Because there's only one way to be a winner. To break the strike, now we have to vote blue and on election day.
CCM family, Pam family, Nevis family, St. Kitts family. Good night. You know, I'm a little vexed. I am vexed. You know why I'm vexed? Because I was getting ready to beat up on somebody in Charlestown. I was getting ready. And then they tell me we have this federal election business. So I get vexed. But ladies and gentlemen, sometimes, disappointment can be a good thing. Because I want to draw your minds back a bit to some of the occurrences here in the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis. I have been fortunate, ladies and gentlemen, to sit in cabinet with Nevis's 3 representatives in the person of Mark Brantley, Alexis Jeffers, and Eric Evelyn. And I'm saying to you, the people of Nevis, the people of Palm, the people of St. Kitts, CCM family, 1/10 of the story have yet not been told. You understand me? 1/10 of the story has not yet been told. You see, because there is a lot of chatter. There is a lot of chatter going around. And all kind of things that are being said. But let me say to you tonight, just a few things. You remember some years ago, there was a particular former prime minister. And the Honorable Mark Brantley would have said to him that he must stay out of Nevis's business. I don't know if you remember that conversation in Parliament. The Premier of Nevis would have said to him, stay out of Nevis's business and you would be all right. The then Prime Minister got up and said, you can't tell me do that. I am the Prime Minister of St. Kitts and Nevis. I have a right to interfere. Well, where is he now? Where is he now? Tonight, we are at this impasse once again. And the people of St. Kitts and Nevis must be election weary. We must be election weary because some people are not prepared to honor their commitment and their obligations. And I'm saying to you that the 3 gentlemen that we are offering as candidates tonight, I am saying to you that their word is their bond. If they say to you, yes, you can believe that it will be yes. If they say to you no, you can believe that no will be no. But there are some who will say to you yes, and you better believe that their yes must be no. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight, I want us to examine the affairs of St. Kitts and Nevis. I want us to look at this in an open and rational manner. I want us to look at it that is in the best interest of the people of St. Kitts and Nevis, and not when it comes to personality. I am sure that the Honorable Mark Brantley could have been in his law firm making a whole lot of money. I am sure that Eric Evelyn could have been doing something else. Well, he liked to dance. Maybe he would have been in Trinidad Carnival. I know that Honorable Alexis Jeffers could have been doing something else. Well, I certainly could have been doing something else. But we are here tonight to stand up for the people of Nevis and for the island of St. Kitts and the Nevis. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight I want us to recognize what is at stake. I want us to understand that we are seeing the creeping and the unfolding of dictatorship in the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis. I want you to recognize that that is what is happening in the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis. But just like Mark Brantley would have said to the then Prime Minister, stay out of Nevis's business and you would be all right. Well, it seems as though that some people did not get that memo. It seems to me that some people fail to understand that if you interfere with the well-being of the island of Nevis, CCM will take care of you politically. We have a leader who has always been a champion for the island and for the people of Nevis. And these federal elections, ladies and gentlemen, will be no different. You hear Youth and Troy Liebert would have outlined the issues of revenue sharing and fair share for the island of Nevis. And what is so wrong with the island of Nevis and the people of Nevis getting their fair share? We have been battling this fight for many decades. We have been fighting this fight for many generations. And tonight we are at it again. I want to say to the people of Nevis and to the people of St. Kitts and Nevis, we, Spencer, we have an opportunity. We have an opportunity to rewrite the pages of history when it comes to politics in St. Kitts and Nevis. We have an opportunity to make things right here in the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis. I am asking for the people of St. Thomas's and for the people of St. James's to give their full support to the Honorable Alexis Jeffers. He has been at the federal level for just 2 years, and he have already revolutionized agriculture on St. Kitts. He have already been doing some wonderful works in agriculture over on St. Kitts. And it all means that because he have had a good ground here on the island of Nevis when it comes to agriculture. We have the Honorable Eric Evelyn, who continue to champion the cause for the environment here in St. Kitts and Nevis. And I am saying to you to give him that opportunity once again in Gingerland. And the Honorable Mark Brantley, our Premier. And I believe, I was going to say something, but I ain't going to say it. I ain't going to say it. He wouldn't want me to say it. But ladies and gentlemen, I believe that the Honorable Mark Brantley will be in a position once again to bring great progress and prosperity to the island and the people of Nevis and the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis. St. John's and St. Paul's, you know what to do. And I'm going to say it again, I vex, because I was getting ready to beat upon somebody in town. I vex with them over there to spoil my plans. I really vex. But we're going to take it out on the tree who come in. We are going to take it out on the tree. Well, who that be, by the way? Who that be? Who that be? Premier, you know who that be? The Prim don't know who they be, but that doesn't matter because the harder they come, the harder they're going to fall. The harder they come, the harder they're going to fall. Ladies and gentlemen, I am a little bit concerned tonight that I'm seeing a whole lot of yellow or orange in the crowd. Why you say the color me? I'm colorblind. I'm seeing a lot of yellow in the crowd tonight. And you know what that is saying to me tonight? You know what that is saying to me tonight? That our brothers and sisters on St. Kitts are looking to Nevis and the CCM to join forces to get rid of. I am not going to say it. Keep it up, CCM, keep up the momentum. We have a lot of blue in the crowd tonight as well. And when you mix yellow and blue, you get a very wonderful color. And I'm saying to you tonight that after the federal elections, yellow and blue will form the next federal government. Yellow and blue will form the next federal government. And I don't want to form the government with just a slim majority, you know. I want a huge majority. I want a big majority. You have 8 seats on St. Kitts and 3 seats on Nevis. The CCM party is guaranteeing you 3 seats on the island of Nevis. I don't mind getting 8 on St. Kitts. I don't mind. If we get 8, we will take it. So Pam, you know what you have to do. CCM will rally with you. Because tonight I am seeing that Palm is here rallying with CCM and the people of Nevis. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we do not know when the election will be called. But one thing we do know, the election will come. I am seeing some very troubling signs, ladies and gentlemen. We have seen the removal of the Nevis representative from the Electoral Commission. We have seen a reshuffling of the federal cabinet. Well, the remnants of the federal cabinet. And we have seen certain persons being placed in certain positions in the federal cabinet and in the federal government. I want to say to you, all of you who are here and who are under the sound of my voice, I want you to be extra vigilant over the next few weeks and months. And I want you to take that very seriously. I want you to be extra vigilant over the next few weeks and months. Because the signs are showing that there are some who are extremely desperate. And desperate people do desperate things. Desperate people do desperate things. I am saying to you, be vigilant. If you see something that looks out of place, you know your PAM representatives, you know your CCM representatives. Give them the information. And I will say to you, we have some very good lawyers in CCM and we have some very good lawyers in PAM. We are not taking anything for granted. I want you not to take anything for granted as well. Because desperate people will do desperate things. I want to say to all of you, make sure that your neighbor name is on the voters list once they are registered. Because we are seeing signs that certain names will automatically fall off the voters list. They did it already, and the sheriff dealt with them. But if they know what I know, they will not do it again. I want to say to you, have your team scrutinize the voters list very carefully. Because desperate people will do desperate things. And ladies and gentlemen, you hear Minister Troy Libert spoke about the millions of dollars in Bastille. Someone said to me just today, a good friend of mine from St. Kitts, said to me that just last week, there was about 400 persons that was registered on a particular program. And in a matter of days, that number jumped from 400 to over 1,000. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to realize that no matter how much money that is being spent in the next few weeks and months, I want the people of St. Kitts and Nevis to go and vote their conscience. If they pay you to vote, vote for PAM and vote for CCM. Let me say it again. If they pay you to vote, vote for PAM and vote for CCM. That's right. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a crucial election. Who would have thought that in just 2 years we would have been going back to a federal election? Who would have thought? Who would have thought that after 2 years, after going through all the turbulence of this COVID pandemic, that we would have been at this stage? And it's because of one man. It is because of one man who is not prepared to honor his own commitment. And ladies and gentlemen, you know, that is something that really vexed me. It vexed me, you know, because we here on the island of Nevis, we sit in cabinet and we struggle. We are struggling for certain things to get done. And when we hear the amount of money, sometimes I wonder how the Premier sleeps at night. I really wonder how he sleeps at night. Maybe I might ask his dear wife Sharon how he sleeps at night. Because I know health is after him for financing. I know education is after him. I know communication and works is after him. I know the legal advisor is after him. Everybody is after him. And sometimes you have to say, well, colleagues, we have to put that aside and we have to... And it's not a nice feeling. It's not a nice feeling when you have constituents who are asking for assistance and support and you can't do it because the resources are not there. And you get vexed and you get frustrated. And those of us who are just running one ministry, he have a whole country to run. So I don't know how he sleeps. But I want to say to all of you tonight, remember our premier in your prayers. I want you to do that because they are coming after him. Remember Eric Evelyn in your prayers because they are coming after him. Remember Honorable Alexis Jeffers in your prayers because they are coming after him. They're coming after me too, but I sleep good at night. I sleep very good at night. But like I said, I vexed because I was getting ready to beat upon somebody. But ladies and gentlemen, yeah, you're right. Because I go still get the licks. Ladies and gentlemen, I am happy that we are at this point nonetheless. Because in very short order, we will be able to restore decency at the federal level in St. Kitts and Nevis. We will be able to restore decency at the federal level in St. Kitts and Nevis. And you must be a part of it. You must be the gatekeepers of our democracy. You must be the gatekeepers of what is right and decent in St. Kitts and Nevis. Because if we allow this election to slip through our fingers, there may be no more St. Kitts and Nevis. And I say that very guardedly. Because like I said earlier, I am seeing some very troubled signs. I am seeing some very troubled signs. Some of the things that we fought against just 7 or 8 years ago have crept back in once again in our politics. And I'm saying to you, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to finish with this thing once and for all. It is time that we banish those who do not really have country above self. It is time that we elect men and women who will put their country above self and their people before them. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I believe that the master of ceremony did say to me I had 10 minutes. But I'm just getting warm. I'm just getting warm. I want to leave with you tonight these parting words. I want you to be your neighbor's keeper over the next few weeks. If you have never been your neighbor's keeper before, I want you to look out for your neighbor over the next couple of weeks. Look out for them. Because this politics thing over the next few weeks is going to get extremely testing. I want all of you to be strong. I want all of you to remember that St. Kitts and Nevis can do better. We can do better. And I'm saying to you that after these federal elections, we will restore decency in St. Kitts and Nevis. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you, good night, and have yourselves a wonderful evening. God bless.
Keep it up, 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 up. Keep it up, up, up. Just keep it up, 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 up. Keep it up, CC, and keep up the momentum. Keep it up, up, up. Just keep it up, 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 up. Keep it up, up, up. Nevis, when you're feeling like you can't.
Hey, while I over there standing up, I get a joke. So we here having our meeting tonight. And because I up here and we going live on Facebook. And we're going live on CCM YouTube. And we're going live on the CCM website too. And we're on Van Radio. And we're on Freedom. Okay? So because we all over, and even the bad-minded opposition in Nevis, we ain't even going to call the name because they're not so relevant. So they gone and they take a little screenshot of me and they make a poster. And all I got to say to them, right? Step out in the opposition and talk. You understand? Ladies and gentlemen, we are about moving the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis forward. We don't have any time to look at those who in the rearview mirror who can't even organize themselves. They can't even find candidate in Nevis. When you walk around Nevis, hear what I say. By Tim, I give out money, so let me go see if I can run. Right? So they go on to everybody and they say, well, you want to run for us because Tim, I give out some money, So they say, money I give out? All right, let me go in the race. See, what we got to do? What we do is politics. Oh, what politics be? Okay, me in. That's what going on in opposition up here in Nevis. They don't have a clue. So we not got too much time to waste for them. Announce who they want to announce and bring them because it's licks in 9, it's licks in 10, and it's licks in 11. Let me move on. So we're starting with our candidates. Let me look back to see who behind here. We're going to start with a very peaceful fellow because, we are a peaceful party. If there is a loving person in the world, right, is the next person coming up here. He's a real peacemaker. And the Bible says, blessed are the peacemakers. So we got a blessed person coming up here. Whenever you see him, he look happy because he's too blessed to be stressed. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome the current representative for Nevis 10 and the future representative for Nevis 10. None other than the Honorable Eric.
My name is Eric Evelyn, and I am running for the constituency of Nevis 10. And I'm here because I want to be re-elected to continue to serve the people of constituency Nevis 10 and the people of Nevis, and by extension, the people of the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis. I believe that I have what it takes to represent and to represent well. I believe that representation requires commitment, dedication, passion, and service with compassion. I believe that I bring all of that and more. I believe that I bring the energy that is required to go to Bastille and to represent and represent well.
Time get in order. Still we striving
Make
for
some
better.
noise for Eric Evelyn.
And we not gonna stop till the battle is won and we get justice.
That's a peaceful man, that's the man for 10.
Stand, anyone will try to push you over.
And you can dance, you know.
Over.
Get him a dance, Eric. Get him a dance.
Lift up your head and hold it up high. We know that we'll win the prize. Lift up your head and hold it up high. We know that we'll win the prize.
Good night, good night, good night. CCM Massive. I can't hear you. CCM Massive, I can't hear you. Nevis 9, I can't hear you. Nevis 10, I can't hear you. Nevis 11, I can't hear you. Tam Massive, I can't hear you. Listen. Good night, everybody. And the reason why I played that song, right? Lift up your head and hold it up high. I'm lifting up my head and I'm holding up high. Mark lifting up his head and holding it up high. Alexis Jeffers lifting up his head and holding up high. Because you know what? We have nothing to be ashamed of. Not a thing to be ashamed of. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here tonight. And you know, when I come to this place, I get excited. When I see this color blue, I get excited. I get very excited around election time. You know why? Because election time is hammer time. Election time is hammer time. CCM people, you have your hammer ready? We're going to be dropping the hammer very soon. And so, the 3 Hebrew boys are back. We were here just a short 2 years ago. And I said, the 3 Hebrew boys are here. And now we are back. We are on a short pause. We are on a pause for a cause. But I want to tell the people of Nevis, and I want to tell the people of St. Kitts, and I want to tell the people of the Federation, and I want to tell the people around the region and around the world that we will be back. We will be back. We are here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. You've heard it from Troy. You've heard it from Spencer. We're here because of some very unfortunate circumstances in the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis. Some circumstances which I'm very ashamed of. Some circumstances which you all are very ashamed of. Some circumstances that would put us in the bad side of the history books. And that is something, ladies and gentlemen, that we must correct. We are here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, because of some disrespect and some disregard that has been meted out to us in Bastille. And that cannot continue, ladies and gentlemen. It can't continue. We are here tonight because the Honorable Mark Brantley and the Honorable Alexis Jeffers and yours truly, we have been fighting the battle for Nevis for a very long time. Mark has been there before us, and 2 years ago we joined him. And we have been going with one tune. We want to be treated fairly and equitably. And that must be done. It has to be done. And that is why, ladies and gentlemen, we are back at you because we will be looking for your support. And we are very confident that the people of Nevis
who have always rallied with the concerned citizens movement, you will rally with us one more time when the bell is rung. We are here, ladies and gentlemen, tonight because the National Assembly, the House of Assembly, has been dissolved. And once the assembly is dissolved, you know what that means. Federal elections, general elections are constitutionally due in the next 90 days. And I can tell you, ladies and gentlemen, the clock is ticking. The clock is ticking. The days are rolling. The weeks are rolling. And I can't wait. I can't wait. Mark can't wait. Alexis can't wait. And I know the PAM people can't wait either. We want it. We're ready. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to tell you that the concerned citizens movement, because we are at this critical juncture in our history, we are ready. We are ready. And you know why the concerned citizens movement is always ready? Because nothing catches this great party off guard. If the election is called tonight, we're going to be ready. If it's called tomorrow, we're going to be ready. If it is called next week, we're going to be ready. If it is called next month, we're going to be ready. Because we are a party that is always ready. We are always ready for the fight to fight for the people of Nevis. And we are ready like Freddy.
Ready for the road.
We're ready for the road. Give me a little bit more of that, DJ. We're ready for the road.
Ready for the road.
We're ready. And as I said, you know why this party, this great party called the CCM, the Concerned Citizens Movement, is always ready? Because we are a party that has depth. We are a party that has what it takes. We have soundness. Because people of a particular quality, ladies and gentlemen, people who know what it takes to rally for you, they are always gravitating to this great party. And so, irrespective of when the bell is rung, we have always had our candidates ready and lined up. And that is why we are here tonight at this great launch here at Caribbean Cove, Party Central, CCM Central, to launch off the big blue machine, because we are oiled and ready to go.
Hammer time. Hammer time.
Hammer time. Hammer time. Hammer time. Ladies and gentlemen, because we are so ready, right? And because we know that a general election is looming, I have a few messages for you tonight. You know, one of the first messages I want to give to you, one of the first messages I want to say to those of you who are here and those millions who are watching around the world and those thousands who are listening via radio and all the people across St. Kitts and Nevis, across the region and across the world, I have an important message for you tonight. The first message I'm going to give you is that Eric Rohan Evelyn will always stand with the concerned citizens movement.
Hammer time. Hammer time.
You know, after all this drama started, right? You heard all kind of rumors all about the place. That Eric ain't with Mark, Eric ain't with Alexis, Eric ain't with CCM.
But I got news for all of you who chatting garbage. Eric Evelyn is in the heart of CCM, and there is where he will stay.
Keep it up, papa. Just keep it up, papa. Keep it up, CCM, keep up the momentum.
Me not gonna with tall. I am sticking with the great party. I am sticking with the party who fights for Nevis and Nivisions.
Keep it up, papa. Just keep it up, papa.
So when you hear the nonsense on the radio, and when you see the nonsense on social media, as Troy said, I'm a peacemaker. So sometimes I like to be quiet. Sometimes I like to be quiet. I know when to be quiet, and I know when to talk. And tonight I'm here to talk. And tonight I'm here to remind people that Eric Evelyn now gone away from CCM.
Keep it up, papa. Just keep it up, papa.
I am not for sale. Eric Evelyn is not for sale. And CCM is not for sale.
Yeah.
So I want this message to sink in everybody's head that Eric Evelyn is with Mark, he's with Alexis, and he's with CCM.
Keep it up, papa. Just keep it up, papa.
And you know why I ain't going anywhere? You know why I sticking with CCM? Because when the three of us got elected, when the CCM sent the three of us to Bastille, when for the first time in our history, we got all 3 seats and we're going to get them again. We will get them again. When we got the 3 seats, the 3 Hebrew boys, we made a pledge, we made a commitment that we're sticking together no matter what. And I am with the other 2 Hebrew boys. And I'm with CCM because you know why? Because I kept my promise.
Keep it up, papa. Just keep it up, papa. Keep it up, CCM, keep up the momentum.
I kept my word. And anybody who knows me well, know that Eric Evelyn, if he promised you something, you're going to get it. I do not like to make promises. But when I make a promise, I keep my promise.
Keep it up, papa. Just keep it up, papa. Keep it up, CCM, keep
And
up the
so,
momentum.
I wanted to make that absolutely clear. I'm going to use the words that my leader likes to use. I want to make it pellucid. I want to make it pellucid that Eric Evelyn sticking with CCM. And we are all in this thing together. We are fighting this battle together because it is a worthy battle for Nevis and Nivisions. And we are sticking together.
Keep it up, papa.
So, for those of you who had any doubts, because I was getting calls, I was getting calls from all kind of people. People who are in the belly of CCM. So Erica hearing all kind of things. That you're trying to desert us. You're planning to desert us. And trust me, that will never happen. It will never happen. Mark my word. And you could remember that I said that tonight here at Caribbean Cove at the launch of our federal campaign. Ladies and gentlemen, another message I want to give to you tonight is that I, Eric Evelyn, will always stand for Nevis and Nivisions. Because Nevis and Nivisions have always stood with me. And because you have always stood with me, I must stand with you. And so have no fear, irrespective of the circumstances, irrespective of what comes, whether good come, whether bad come, I will stick with you. I have never deserted my constituency. I have never deserted divisions. I have never deserted the island of Nevis. And therefore, I will stick with you. Ladies and gentlemen, I have another message for you tonight. The message is, ladies and gentlemen, that since I've gone to Bastille, since I've been in the federal government, I have represented Nevis and the Federation with distinction. Listen, I don't like to blow my own trumpet. I don't like to blow my own horn, but sometimes you have to do it. Sometimes you have to do it. In a short 2 years, ladies and gentlemen, I have gone to Bastille and I have made a big difference in the Ministry of Environment and Cooperatives.
Keep it up, just keep it up.
In 2 short years, ladies and gentlemen, I have given the department and that ministry the recognition that it truly deserves. Ladies and gentlemen, I've worked well with the staff in that ministry. And you know what I told them? I'll be back. I will be back. Because I have to continue and finish the good work that I started. I have to. And have no fear. I have worked so well with that staff at Cooperatives and Environment. I love them so much. And listen, Nevisians, I think I love me. The people in St. Kitts love me even more. The people over in St. Kitts love me even more. And that is why we are here tonight, because we are coming back to Bastille to be a part of the federal government.
Keep it up, just keep it up, keep it up, CCM, keep up the moment.
And if you don't believe me that I have represented the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis well, ask the people in the OECS, ask the people in Antigua, ask the people in Barbados, ask the people in Monaco, ask the people in Glasgow, Scotland, and they will give you the answer. They will give you the answer. Because I have gone and I have put on my boots and I have worked. And I want the people, the good people of St. George Gingerland, to send me back in a resounding fashion. And I'm confident they will. They will. They will. Ladies and gentlemen, you heard Minister Brand spoke about Alexis Jeffers. And Alexis Jeffers has revolutionized agriculture since he got that ministry in Bastille. And that is why, ladies and gentlemen, the evidence is crystal clear. The evidence is crystal clear that we, the 3 Hebrew boys, we have gone and we have made a difference. Revolutionized agriculture. Over here in Nevis, we have seen the fruits of Alexis's labor. And ladies and gentlemen, I don't even have to talk about the sheriff. Because the sheriff, the Honorable Mark Brantley, our beloved Premier, he is by far the best foreign minister that the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis have seen. He is the best by test, the best by far.
Keep it up, CCM, keep up the momentum.
You know, when I listened to the Honorable Mark Brantley on Wednesday night during his On the Mark show, and I heard the Honorable Mark Brantley name out all those nations that he and his team at Foreign Affairs have done signings with and visa waiver with. And it's because of the excellent work of our Premier, the Honorable Mark Brantley, why our passport, the St. Kitts and Nevis passport, is now the most powerful in the entire region. And guess what? Guess what? After our leader, after our Premier has worked so hard to get our passport, the St. Kitts and Nevis passport, recognized all over the globe and so well sought after, the CCM St. Kitts Nevis passport will make the money. I be no get none. What kind of thing that? What kind of thing that? And you know, Try said, Try, you gotta learn to talk the real Nevis lingo, you know. Try said that is taking advantage. Try is not advantage, it's advantage. That is advantage. That is what the old people called it. That's advantage. Because if the Honorable Mark Brantley could work so hard to get our passport so recognized, don't we deserve our fair share of the passport money? Don't we deserve, Nevisians, can I hear you? Don't we deserve our fair share? Well, we deserve our fair share. And trust me, in the next administration, we will get it. Mark my word. In the next administration, we will get what we truly deserve. And what is rightfully ours. We will get what belongs to us. And we want to make it clear that we not beg. We not beg. And we not borrow. Right? So we will get what is rightfully ours. And that is why I'm happy that our brothers and sisters from PAM are here tonight. Because I am confident that when the bell is rung, that the people in Nevis, well, you don't have to worry about us. You don't have to worry about Nevis. Because the last time we told you in no uncertain terms, we bring in all three. And if there was a fourth in Nevis, we would have bring four too. If there was a fourth in Nevis, we would have bring four too. Because that is how we have Nevis locked down. And as Troy said, no matter how much money come, take the money and vote for us. That is what has been happening over the years. Take the money and vote for the hammer. Because it's going to be hammer time. I want to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, that another message I have for you is that your three candidates, your next three representatives will be the one and only choice, the best choice for Nevis to go to Bastia to represent you, because we have given quality representation and we will continue. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to remind you that the representation you're getting in Bastia, it has been the best ever. The best ever. And we will continue. And so, ladies and gentlemen, I want, when the bell is rung, Alexis and Mark, could you join me on stage for just 1 minute? I'm going to wrap up now. I want the sheriff and Alexis to come on stage. Come on stage. Because I want to make it absolutely clear that these are the three persons who will be going to Bastia. Yes, The three of us will be going to Bastille. And listen, don't go yet, don't go yet, don't go yet. And you know one message I have to leave with you before we go. You are got tired for see we face.
I got tired to see me face.
You can't give you out of the race hall.
Can't get me out of the race.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Good night.
In your place. Yeah.
Yeah, 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 yeah. They are top 10 boy.
Selection, you know. Problems. Because guess what? We ain't talking a while. And everybody want to talk. You know, when they walk around in St. Kitts, because I see some yellow in here, right? And they come to you in their orange and all kind of color, right? And they got a lot of money, right? I know you all are people of integrity. And I know that I don't want nothing from them. But do me a favor. I take the money and vote against them.
On election day, all you make sure.
I know. In Nevis, people don't understand how the thing go, you know. Sometime coming up to election, right? When them fellas in the green going in certain corners and they're going with their money, and I come in there, them fellas tell me, Lord, man, trying to come in here. Because when you come in here, then I come back. We want them come back and bring the money, we can buy you a drink. You understand? So if they come to you, right, you take the money and bring a little bit and buy me a drink. You understand?
On election day, all you make sure.
You know, sometimes we come up here and we make light of the situation. But you know, these are some serious times. Very, very serious times. And this election is going to have consequences for all of us. So when we voting, we want to vote for serious people. You understand? And you know what? I'm very, very happy tonight. You see me going through my phone? Because I want to welcome to Nevis and welcome to Caribbean Cove our good friends and colleagues from St. Kitts, the Honorable Lindsay Grant, the Honorable John L. Powell, soon to be the rep for Constituency 8, and I realize you all keeping a Hamilton. Chesley Hamilton, soon to be the rep for 1, Natasha Gray, and the latest launch, you know, and I just learned his correct name, Mr. Kervin Freeman. Milo Box himself. I want to welcome all of you to Nevis. So you know, right? In every organization and every party, you got to get a man who is like a action man. You know, when you want things done, you could call on the man. And what is symbol for CCM? The hammer. And you know, in CCM, we got a sledge man. You understand? Because while the rest of us walk around with hammer and all kind of thing, we got a sledge man. He walk around with a sledge. You understand? They should make up a song called Sledge Time for him. You know, ladies and gentlemen, the next person coming to the mic, he made history in 2020. Because all the time in Nevis, we were winning, let me make sure, we were winning 9 and 10. And we weren't winning 11. People used to say, that we can win 11. But in 2020, this gentleman made history, and he not only won 11, he won it big. And in 2022, he winning 11 again with your support. So help me to welcome the Deputy Premier of Nevis and the Deputy Leader of the Concerned Citizens Movement, the Honorable Alexis Jeffers.
My name is Alexis Jeffers, and I am the proud representative of Nevis 11, which includes St. Thomas and St. James. I have been the representative of this proud constituency since June of 2020. You have said in the past that you needed quality representation. You needed serious representation and dedicated representation, which was lacking for 20 years prior to 2020. So I'm asking the people of St. James and St. Thomas Parish once again to repose your confidence, your trust in me once again to go back to Bastia and champion your cause there as your representative of Nevis 11.
Listen, I thought of coming on that way because I am too dead, man. I need to wake up. Anyway, it's good to be here tonight. Pam people, you're here. Where are you? Yes, man. CCM people, where are you? You got to sound louder than them. Yes, that's right. That sounds good. Nevis people, where are you? And St. Kitts people are here too. Where are you? Well, we have everybody in the house. We have the young, the old, and that's all. We have Spanish. Where are my Spanish amigas and amigos? Oh, yeah, they're here. They're here. So we have a diverse crowd here tonight. Now, this is a CCM rally. And when we have a CCM rally, you know it's serious times. But you all must sound like you all at a rally. Because this election requires some energy. All of the issues will be there, yes. We'll discuss those. But when you come, we want to have fun. We want you to enjoy yourself. So it's good to be here. The last time I stood on this platform was in June of 2020. You all remember that, right? June of 2020. The excitement was in the air. The buzz was in the air. The excitement was there because we understood that we were on our way to something great in this federation. Unity was strong. We believe we had something good going.
I was elected overwhelmingly. Eric was elected overwhelmingly. Mark was elected overwhelmingly. We said, give us the 3 seats to go to St. Kitts as a united voice. And the people of Nevis, 9, 10, and 11 did so. And we appreciate that. And to show our gratitude, we have gone to Bastia and we have represented the people of Nevis the best way we possibly can. And we did so. You know, when we leave Nevis on a Monday morning to go to cabinet, the 3 of us, we go on down on the boat, we have a breakfast, discuss our plans, go to cabinet at 10, and we are there all day representing the people of Nevis. I enjoy that. That is what we promised that we would have done. Gone to Bastia to represent. And here we tonight. Should have been there for 5 years. And those who are saying we went to get a salary, well, hey, we could have stayed in Bastia, take knockbout. We could have stayed in Bastia, said nothing, do nothing, collect a salary. But I told my leader, listen me, once the people of Nevis are not getting what is rightfully theirs, once they're not getting their fair share, I am willing to stand up with them any day and make sure that we get what we truly deserve. So here are we tonight, after all the challenges that we have gone through. And let me tell you people, we tried. All of us, the 6 of us who they claim, I don't even want to use the word, the mandate was taken away from the 6 of us. Not a soul fire me. Not a soul fire me. The mandate was taken away from Mark, Eric, and myself, and the rest of the PAM representatives. 3 of them, Lindsay, Jonel, and Sean. But you know something? We sent a letter to the Governor General to fire him before here. For some reason, he didn't think it was necessary to do so. He had the power to do so. But as the Lord would have it, we are here facing another election. Maybe this is the way to go. Because then we'll have true unity, real unity, true unity between the PAM and the CCM party. And then this federation will be much better as a result. So we are ready for that, and that is what we are preparing for. So ladies and gentlemen, before I go any further, I want to thank, and this is no thank you speech to say it's done, but I want to thank the people of Nevis 11 for the confidence they would have placed in me. And you hear Eric say, I won overwhelmingly. Yes, I did. It's the first time in the history of this great party, the CCM party, that any candidate would have gone down to St. Thomas's, come out down the 80 votes behind. Lord, where that could happen. It happened though. And it happened with Alexis Jeffers and the CCM party. And this time around, I want to say to the people of St. Thomas's, we are calling on you again. The people of St. James, we are going to be calling on you again. But most of the people of St. Thomas's, I want to say this to you. I made the commitment to represent you in Bastia. And I did so. I made the commitment to the people of St. James that I would represent you in Bastia, and I did so. So when we come back to you again, we want to win St. Thomas's, you know. I want us to win overwhelmingly in St. Thomas's. It is time for you to understand that you must have someone at the table at all times representing you. The same thing with the people of St. James, but I'll get to St. James. So we have gone to Bastia. We have stood up to the former Prime Minister because of the fact that he believes that he is one man who must make all decisions. It's all about him and no one else should have an input. You hear him saying he did this, he did that, he did the other. All these things came through the cabinet, the federal cabinet, and all of us sat around the table, made the decisions to impact the lives and the livelihood of the people of this federation. No one made those decisions, not one man. Everybody had their input. And I'll give you an example. You recall the challenges we had with COVID-19. Every week, the task force was coming to the cabinet to make a presentation. I stood up in cabinet and I said, I believe it was Sean who was chairing cabinet at that time. I said, every week is a humongous task for those men and women.
They must be out there doing their work instead of coming every week. So I made the recommendation, let them come every 2 weeks instead. If there's an emergency where we have to convene cabinet, they can come. But every 2 weeks. And we made all of the decisions around that table. And when you hear the Prime Minister or the former Prime Minister say, I. But you know, there's no I in team. We made the decisions and many other decisions. And as we go on with this campaign, you'll hear about all the decisions we would have made as a team. And I want you to remember that, because some will want to take all the credit for what has gone on in this federation. Good things have happened, and all of us have made our input. And I want to say to you that if it is that one man was responsible for all that, well, hey, I say, that's his prerogative. I know better. But I want to say to you tonight that most of the difficulties that we have had as a cabinet and as a government, you who are persons who are believers in the Word of God, and you read the Bible, you could go ahead and pick up your phone and search for Proverbs chapter 6, verse 16 to 19. It speaks about sowing discord among your brothers. It's sowing discord and dealing with evil. That is what that Bible scripture would have taught me, and I see it every day in the former Prime Minister. That's not how you work as a team. So people are saying you should have worked it out. Work it out. Listen, since 2020 we've been trying to work things out. All behind closed doors, in the cabinet. We've had discussions. I am sure when the premier comes, he will tell you he wrote so many letters. And every time he writes a letter, it is some objection, kicking the ball down the field more. When it comes to this fair share, for example. That is not how you deal with a team that has come and make that commitment to work with you, to make things better. No. There must be a better way. And if you're not willing to compromise, that is why we're here tonight, kicking off another campaign. We're here kicking off another campaign because I am telling you, if the former Prime Minister was willing to compromise, the federation would have been in a better position today. He only took compromise on his part, but he was not willing to do so. But of course, you would see the man before you who was there before, who was there during the time Team Unity was there, but all along, you know, he was plotting and scheming for all kind of bad. But I leave that because the people of Nevis have seen. The people of Nevis will speak. The people of St. Kitts have seen, and they will also speak. And when the time comes, it will be PAM and the CCM. Real unity in the federal government. Real unity. Well, I also had my challenges at the federal cabinet. I'm going to give you a story, you know. One Monday morning, you know the lady, the Wendy. Wendy mentioned in cabinet, Mr. Chair, a certain gentleman was out there, take out a turn on the task force. Man, he cost the task force. All things that was bad, he said. A certain gentleman. And you know the Prime Minister said, but he can't do that. He's being paid by the federal government. He can't do that. And I said, oh. Well, this particular gentleman was paid handsomely. Or still being paid $10,000 a month. But he take out a task. Or he take out a spell on the task force. Well, when I wrote it down in my book, I said, well, he can't be getting paid by the same government, out of the same treasury, that I am working hard to build a nation, and he's taking out a tax on the task force. But not only that, the man was taking out a tax on me too. For 2 long years, this certain gentleman was out there saying the worst of things about Alexis Jeffers. Not knowing he was being paid by the same government that I am a part of, by the same chairman of that cabinet, the man who is the Minister of Finance, knew everything that was happening. So when he said that, I said, this is strange. Oh, really? So people would send me texts every day and say this particular, I don't even know what name to call him, but you all know who I'm talking about, you know? One of my supporters said, oh my God, well, Alexis, why you do the rascal there? Why you do this rascal? I said, no. I have nothing to say because you know what? I don't have a Facebook presence. There's a reason why. I have to work. I don't have a Facebook presence because I have to be on the road doing the things that the people have given me the mandate to do. So you imagine this man, the only person in that cabinet, a cabinet of 12, the only minister in the federation was being lambasted every day. And don't get me wrong, I ain't feel no way, you know. What I am upset about is the fact that the chair of cabinet endorsed it, knows what was being done, knows what was being done to me. One of his colleagues paying him to do that. And I must sit and undergo that for 5 years, you're telling me? I must sit and have a man being paid to lambast me every day. But don't worry, I said I am not perturbed by that. I only mention it because it shows the type of people. The type of people we sit among. And then they go to church every day taking pictures. But I tell you to read Proverbs chapter 6, 16 to 19, and you'll see exactly who we're dealing with. Read it and you'll see. But I'll tell you this much. When a man has worked hard to build himself, not a soul could tear you down. Don't worry about that. Not a soul could tear you down. Because I stand on the principles that I was taught by my grandparents long ago. To have manners. Work hard for what I get. An honest day's work for an honest day's pay. I don't want nothing easy in life. Some would want to take easy things. But I am not going to worry about that. Let's move on, ladies and gentlemen. Let me tell you something. I told my leader, the Honorable Mark Brantley, I will support him everywhere he goes. He is my leader. I'll follow you wherever you go. I don't want to tell you what I tell him, though, you know. I tell him something else. But you know what? Let him record it. Let me tell you something. I told Mark Brantley I'll follow you everywhere. If you go to the gates of hell, I might kick you in because I'm not going with you. But however you want to take it how you want tonight. This is a campaign. And you know they're going to take all kind of clips and twist it up and turn it up. But if I can stand on the stage tonight and tell Mark Brantley I'll follow him wherever he goes, I stand solidly behind him. Solidly behind him. And that's why I can say what I say. And don't misconstrue anything. Mark Brantley ain't going nowhere close to the gates of hell. But I said that to you to tell you how resolute I'm standing behind the leader. When he said, let's go, I'm gone. And that is what you do when you're committed to a task. I'm committed to the CCM party. I'm committed to the ideals of the CCM party. I'm committed to the constituency of Nevis 11. And by God, I'm committed to the island of Nevis. And by extension, the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis. So I told you we are fighting for a fair share. Let me tell you as well tonight. Any party other than the CCM that is out there campaigning is campaigning to rob the people of Nevis of their rightful share. Rob the people of Nevis is what is rightfully theirs. So when they come with all kind of gimmicks and all kind of foolishness, like what we do with $400 million. I mean, what we do with 400 million? You're going to ask CCM what we do with it? You drive on the roads. You see the hospital. You walk on the pier over there. You see the police station. You see the treasury building. You see things being done all up and down this island. What I mean, we're $400 million gone. Houses, everything, you're right. But you never stop to ask Timothy Harris, where the $5 billion gone? You're going to ask Nevis what you do it for. And that is what something we all have to understand, you know. Every time there's an issue that is burning in Nevis, some leader in St. Kitts is willing to put the people of Nevis to fight. Put CCM against NRP against CCM. Go out there and fight. And that is their job done there. So the issue that is before us, is that what has become of all the money that were coming in the basket? You need to ask them that. So when you see money back in left, right, and center in Sinkits, Nivision should say, that is some of the money go along there. To you all. I tell you, any party that is campaigning this election and not talking the language of CCM is robbing the people of Nevis of what is rightfully yours. And we'll have none of that. So they'll come in all kind of shapes and forms. I don't care. But I said to you that an account must be given as well. By the same token, you're asking, what have we done with 400 million? I want to know where all the money they gone. Because I ain't seen a major industry in St. Kitts either to say, well, this, if a pandemic comes again, this will be able to stand up to that pandemic. I don't see it. You see some hotels, yes. But the day of recompense might very well come. It might very well come when we have to put someone there to ask them to give account. It might very well come. And that is why I'm saying to you tonight that the People's Action Movement and the CCM are saying to you, this is the best option available to you. And I bring in the People's Action Movement because I see many of you here tonight. I want to say to you that once the CCM has committed to something, we have always proven that we are committed. And we always stay on course and make sure that commitment is delivered. But ladies and gentlemen, let me say to you tonight, there are lots of things we'll talk about as the campaign develops. I have done what I believe is a remarkable job in agriculture at the federal level. Some persons don't normally give me a chance, but that's all right. I know this man well. I know this man well and I know what I can do. And I know when I'm given a task, I can deliver. So what we have started in 2020, I want to be back in Bastia to continue that journey, to make sure that we can bring about food security in this country. The journey has started. And I'm going to tell you this much. Eric will tell you the same thing, that he wants to go back to Bastia to continue the journey. And of course, Mark Brantley, the best Minister of Foreign Affairs this country has ever seen. Mark Brantley has gone out and he has done some remarkable things in terms of making our passport #1 in the region and rank high among many throughout the world. He can articulate that better than I can. He's the Foreign Affairs Minister. But because of his exploits, many people want to have access to our citizenship. This is a beautiful country, man. Beautiful country, wonderful. I always stand up overseas and tell whatever conference I go to, when I stand up to see where I'm from, I say that I am from a country that is the closest thing to paradise and the nearest thing to heaven. Beautiful country. But you know what has created difficulty or difficulties? The people who are put in charge to manage the affairs of this beautiful country from the leadership standpoint has always failed us as a people. But we are still a beautiful country, and we know with our democracy well intact, we are going to go out on election day and vote in Nevis 9, vote in Nevis 10, vote in Nevis 11 for your CCM party and your 3 CCM representatives to go back to Bastia to continue the journey.
Keep it up, Papa. Just keep it up, Papa. Keep it up, CCM, keep up the moment.
I even want to say I have a little slogan in my head, Vote for Mark. Vote for Eric. Vote for Alexis. And stand up for Nevis. Sound like a little slogan, right? Vote for Mark. Vote for Eric. Vote for Alexis. And stand up for Nevis. This is all about Nevis. This election ain't got nothing to do with no gimmicks about road and no Grove Park and foolishness. It's a big people story. This is a big people story. People who have the balls and the temperament to represent. This ain't about a little childy thing. It's a serious times. And in serious times, you need serious leadership and serious people to lead this place, man. Serious people. So when they come with the gimmicks, just tell them, a CCM may roll with. Man, play who you rolling with, man. What happened to you, DJ? As soon as I say a CCM may rolling with, you drop it. Who you rolling with?
Just keep it up, Papa. Keep it up, CCM.
normally with CCM, the DJ gonna get it right before the campaign done, I believe. Don't worry. You'll get it right. But what I want us to get right in this campaign is that this issue that is before us, it is a Nevis issue. This issue before us, it is an island issue. This issue before us is one that all of us should embrace. And that is to vote for the representatives that are championing your cause to get your rightful share, your fair share. Imagine, I've said it before, $5 billion, and that's a billion with a capital B, eh? Ain't no common letters. Capital B, and out of that, Nevis gets 7%. But we are being asked to bear the burden, the disappointment, and all of the difficulties that come to this country as a result of any sanction against this country. We have been asked to bear 100% here in Nevis. When you can't go to Canada, that is something that was born out of the fact that persons who were managing then did an atrocious job. And we now cannot even go to Canada as we like or as we used to. Got to get a visa now. So all of us, including the island of Nevis, have to be subjected to that. But we only get a meager 7%. 7% out of 5 billion. Somebody put it differently, 5,000 million. 5,000 million, that's a lot of million. We get 400 million, they say, yeah? And they take 400 million spread over 7 years. What do the match? Divide that by how much? 84 months or 72 months? I don't even know, 7 years. And you figure out what it is monthly. But be that as it may, better times are coming, people. Do you feel so? Better times are coming because we have now rid ourselves of one who I consider was a stumbling block to what we wanted to accomplish here in this island. A stumbling block. And you know, there's a song in Sink It. Doctor, you done. DuPont, you could play that Monday morning. Doctor, you done, you could tell the whole of Hamilton. Doctor, you done, you could tell the whole of Bastia. Doctor, you done. I am telling you that I feel so good about these chances this time around once again. That you want to tell yourself that this time is the time when we'll have true unity in this country. This is the time when your CCM party, along with our colleagues from PAM, will shepherd in a new sense of direction, a new approach. Ladies and gentlemen, I didn't come for long, you know. I didn't come for long because I'll tell you this much. My leader normally talk 2 times the length of me. So if I don't talk long, he gonna talk even longer, and I want to hear him too. But let me say this to you. I'm coming back to Nevis 11. Nevis 11, you have been great to this party. You have been great to Alexis Jeffers as your representative. I am asking you once again to put that confidence back in me to continue the journey. I'm asking you to do what you have not done in the past prior to 2020. Because you were voting for other people for 20 years who did nothing. I have proven to you in 2 years, 2 short years. Man, it ain't even 2 years yet because June would make 2 years. I have proven to you in almost 2 years that I am the man who is equipped for the job for Nevis 11. Anyone else who come, tell them we want with fair share and you can't bring it. Anybody else who come, tell them we want with fair share and you can't bring it. If them get the fair share from Timo, let them go ahead. But in wrapping up, ladies and gentlemen, you hear all around saying it's, oh, Tim got the O. Tim got the O. That's the O for bingo, no? The O in bingo. Well, that's the O to the treasury. The key to the treasury, our money that is being spent at this time. But you know something? I play cards and many of you play cards, you know. And in that pack of cards, you have 4 of everything. Timo had 3 aces in the hand. 3 aces in the hand. But he don't know where the next ace was. So on the 20th of April, we dropped the ace on the table and said, that is it, Tim. Timo, you're done. Timo, you're done. That's the ace. You don't play around with people like that because people must be respected. People must be treated as men and women in this country. Imagine, people vote for us, you know. People vote for us to send us to represent. But one man thing that he's dealing with little boys, children time is over. This is grown-up time. So the ace was dropped on the 20th. And as that ace dropped, that's so we're here now. And that's so we're going into the election. And that's so we're going to win this election and have true unity. Ladies and gentlemen, that was my quota for tonight. I could go on some more, but I'm going to leave it there. So, thanks for listening. Thanks for coming over as well. We appreciate you coming over from St. Kitts. I want to say to my CCM family, never again you let Pam come over here and take over with things. I want you up front too. This is how we think. And I mean, no courtesies with that. But what I'm saying, when CCM roll out, CCM you roll in. And I want to thank you for listening. You've been a good audience, Lord. I enjoy myself tonight, but I'm ready for the campaign. I'm ready like Freddie. Bring on the election. Let's go. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Have a good night.
My name is Alexis Jeffers, and I am the proud representative of Nevis 11.
Who up see what go on here tonight, you know? That's a sledgeman, not no ordinary hammerman. You understand? But far from all joke, right? You all hear my brother Alexis say that they're going close to the gates of hell. Eh? But Alexis, I want to tell you, right? And my brother Mark and Eric and Spencer, if you ever find yourself close to the gates of hell, don't worry, because I got people with me, and we're going to jump in first, and then we're going to tell all you if it's safe to come. You understand? So don't worry. CCM got a lot of people. Let me hear you all tonight. Somebody make some noise.
Jump and let them see love and unity. One big family together.
A whole lot of people in the Caribbean Cove tonight. It dark in the back and the crowd gone all the way to the back. You know, while I was here, a gentleman from Gingerland tell me, right? And for my St. Kitts friends, Gingerland, right, is Nevis 10. That's where Eric run, right? So a gentleman tell me that the presumptive opposition candidate approach him this afternoon and start to talk to him, right? And start to tell him, oh, I want you to support. The fella say, you stop right there. You stop right there. Go somewhere else. Go look for somebody else. Don't come look for me. Because we ain't here a thing from all you. You understand? Because the opposition in Nevis, for years and years and years, when CCM saying, fear share for Nevis, you know what they're saying? Oh, why you want to sink its money for? Find other ways to make money in Nevis. That's what they're saying, you know. But guess what? Lately, when they realize that the majority of people in Nevis got sense, and the majority of people in Nevis understand that when we say fair share for all, that we are speaking on behalf of all Nevisians, right? And they realize that Nevis people supporting CCM and gravitating to the message, all of a sudden they come in and they say, well, you know, we ain't against it, you know. We believe that Nevis should get fair share, right? That's what they're saying out of the mouth. But out of the same mouth, they come in and they're saying, oh, well, why you hand the money for? Ah, you should have been able to do this. Ah, you should have been able to do that. You understand? they're very disingenuous, and they're very two-sided. You understand? And we know them. So when we see them coming, we just tell them, no come no further. Go look at somebody else. We don't want to hear you. You understand? That's what Nevis people telling them. You know, they're going all over Nevis. A partner of mine tell me the other day, they call him because they tell him they want him to run. Partner tell them, but no, you can't give me enough money. I support in CCM. You understand? You understand? Carlton, you all right? You know, I want to big up Carlton tonight because Carlton organized a boat to bring over our brothers and sisters.
70 people came with me on the boat.
All right. You all heard it from Carlton. Give Carlton a round of applause. You see, a lot of people all up and down the place who don't understand, right, how it is to be in a party and to run government and to have a leader and to respect the leader. And when everybody follow the leader because they realize this leader gonna lead us in the right place. So when they realize that they see the leader talking, they say, oh, well, only the leader talking, nobody will follow he. Only the leader talking, nobody following the leader. What they don't understand is that we are lock, step, and in one motion with our leader. Because you know what? We know that he's a good man. And we know that he has the best interests of the people of Nevis at heart. And not only that, we know that he has the best interests of all the people of the Federation at heart. So ladies and gentlemen, when they're up and down and they're talking, it's rubbish they're talking. Because all of us, every single one of us, we in lockstep with our leader. Because we got a good leader. We not got no selfish leader. We don't have no leader who only about himself and family. So when they say family, they're really talking about blood family, you know. When I hear them say family, is that they're talking about. But when our leader says family, he's talking about the people of St. Kitts and Nevis because he loved the people. You understand? So ladies and gentlemen, I want you all to please help me welcome the leader of the Concerned Citizens Movement. You know what? He was the architect of unity. Is he went to Bastille and tell Dougie, partner, you're in the checkout lounge. You understand? He gave hope when others did not have hope. That's the kind of man he is. And guess what? If he ever lead anybody to the gates of hell, I will jump in first to test it out. Because I believe in our leader. So please help me welcome to the microphone none other than the Honorable Mark Anthony Graham Brantley.
My name is Mark Brantley, and I'm the proud leader of the Concerned Citizens Movement and the exceedingly proud representative of the people of District 9, comprising the parishes of St. John's and St. Paul's. Since 2007, the people of Number 9 have voted for me consistently and have sent me to Bastille. Election after election, they have reposed their trust and confidence in me. Some say, why should we send you to Bastille? I think the answer is simple, that in me you have someone who is committed, someone who's dedicated, and someone who's strong. Someone who will stand up in Bastille for what is best for my constituents and best for the island of Nevis.
some love.
When you're feeling like you can't go on, hold on, hold on, oh. Remember the and the CCM will keep you strong. Hold on, oh. Other politicians will tear you down, right down.
Zimba, I want you to stop the music because everybody know we can't dance. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the launch of the campaign for the Concerned Citizens Movement. I feel so pleased to be here tonight to see so many people, not only from the Concerned Citizens Movement, but also from the Great People's Action Movement. You know, I was in St. Kitts recently at the launch of my brother and friend, Milo Box. And I heard it said that CCM and PAM have something in common. Because we are a movement of people. And we are moving our people upwards and onwards to better things. And so I want to welcome the leadership of the People's Action Movement. I want to welcome my brother, Sean Kenneth Richards, who's here. I want to welcome Lindsay Fitzpatrick Grant, who's here. I want to welcome Jonel Powell, who's here. I want to welcome the new Hamilton in number 8. Because the old Hamilton didn't work out. It is now after 10, so I know he's asleep already. So the new Hamilton, Chesley, welcome to Nevis. When we go to East Bastille, Natasha Gray, welcome to Nevis. And of course, we have my brother and friend, Milo Box. Welcome home, Milo. Welcome to Nevis. Now I believe, ladies and gentlemen, that it is symbolic and it is important that the members of the People's Action Movement, as they like to say, members and friends, are here with us this evening. I want the people of Nevis to understand the symbolism because we came to you in 2015. We came back in 2020 and we asked for your trust, we asked for your confidence, and we said to you that we had put together a construct called unity. And that unity was the best political idea that we've had in this country since independence. And that unity was all about bringing our people together, St. Kitts and Nevis, Kittitians and Nevisians, working together in harmony to build this country. What we did not know is that if you take a snake on the boat with you, it will eventually bite you. And so we gave the leadership to Timothy. I will remind us here tonight, and I will remind our nation, that when I, Mark Brantley, was leader of the opposition in the National Assembly, fighting against the might of the Labour Party and Denzel Douglas, Timothy Harris was still sucking a Labour breast. We must remember that. Because I became leader of the opposition in 2007. And I need, you see, to correct the history. Because sometimes when you hear people talk, they think that other people's memory short. Timothy never left Labour. Labour left Timothy. Because he's now up and down saying, why did the 6 of us not resign from the government? Well, why he never resigned from Douglas? Is fire, Douglas fire, the only man that resigned was Sam Conda. Let us not forget our history. And when Douglas cast him aside, we pick him up, we dust him off, we clean him up. And the old people say, sorry for Margaret dog, him turn around bite you. And I know wherever Timothy is tonight,
He don't lose 100 pounds, and after tonight he gonna lose another 50. I want to tell you all, you see the CCM party here? We're very good at removing prime ministers. And Pam, I don't tell all of you that when I start to count the morning after election, start counting at 9. That's me. 9, 10, 11, that's 3. So Pam, what number 1 is going to do? What is number 2 going to do? What about number 3? Number 4? Number 5? Number 6? Number 7? Number 8? What are you going to do? Because if CCM keeps his promise and brings the 3 seats, you must bring the seats them to the table so we could have real unity in this country again. Now, I was on a radio program the other day, and a young lady said to me, Team Unity mashup. I said, no. I said, unity is still present. We have a vagabond that left the team, but the team is still present. Unity was not about Timothy. Unity was not about Sean. Unity was not about Vance of blessed memory. Unity was not about me. Unity is about you, the people of the country. And nobody can hijack unity. You know, a lot of things have happened. And we have seen and heard a lot. We saw Eric here on the stage tonight. He will be dancing his way to victory. We see Alexis come and he said, pass the bud bud, and he started to dance too. Well, everybody know me can't dance, but me can talk. I can talk, and I will tell you all something. The people of Nevis are so kind, and the people of St. Kitts are so good, that ever since they heard that I was no longer foreign minister, I have been offered many jobs, many opportunities. They said they want me to grill chicken. The best offer that I had, I believe, was to be a delivery man for Domino's. But I have said to all of them, I ain't looking no job but the job that I had before. You see, what I am on is what we call a holiday. You know, you take a break sometimes only to go back to what you were doing. And I'm here to say to this big crowd here at Caribbean Cove tonight, that night run till morning catch 'em. And as long as we are here, we know the sun will rise tomorrow. And as long as we are here, we know an election must come within 90 days. And whether it comes in June, or it comes in July, or it take it down to the wire on the 8th of August, we know that whenever it comes, we will have a new prime minister in this country. Whenever it comes, we will have a new government in this country. And so when people ask the question, why should the Concerned Citizens Movement be elected again? Our answer is simple. There's only one party in the island of Nevis that has demonstrated its willingness to stand up for the people of Nevis. They say we were looking salary. Well, if you were looking salary, the easiest thing to do if you want salary is to go past there, hush your mouth, take your blows, and take your salary. We tell Timo, take your salary. Keep your salary. Because the people of Nevis are worth more than a salary. The people of Nevis demand and will get in us representation of the highest order. I was so happy to hear Eric tonight. I was so happy to hear Alexis tonight. The reason I'm happy to hear them is because they said to me, all for one and one for all. They said, go, we want you as the leader. You are the one. Bang your mouth, Lego your mouth. Whatever you say, we agree with you. You are our leader. So somebody say, them now hear Eric say nothing. Them now hear Zook say nothing. Eric and Zook say, what you want to hear before? Are you here the leader? And I am the leader of the Concerned Citizens Movement, and I represent them, and they have confidence in me because my representation is inclusive. Oh yeah, you better believe it. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to say to you all tonight that we find ourselves at a critical crossroad in our country. Some people have said they have lost confidence. Some people have said to us that we no longer trust that you can deliver. And my response to them is that you ought not to lose confidence in us. Because great is he who tries and keeps trying. If it is that we have not fulfilled all of the expectations, give us that opportunity, because you, the voter, you, the people that we trust, understand that in our hearts, we are putting our country first. And it took courage to do what the 6 of us did. And many say, why it take you so long? They say it, and I believe that it is a fair thing to ask. But my answer is that when you are in a relationship, you do everything that you can to try and make it work. If you and your wife got problem, you don't come out in the morning and tell your neighbor, my wife can't cook. You don't come out if you are the wife and say, my husband come home drunk every night. No, you try to work it out. You even go to counseling. You talk to your pastor. You go to church every Sunday. You try to work it out. And then if it can't work out, what are you going to do? You said to your neighbor a long time, she can't cook, you know? Every night the man they used to come home drunk. But you can't do it right away. I don't understand what is so complicated about that. But I will tell you this. If they are saying that it took as long as 7 years for us to find out that we could not trust the leadership of Timothy, well, my God, it took Timothy 18 years he served Dougie. Then he come and he tell us, Dougie a vagabond. Dougie is a vagabond. So I am not understanding the argument. They say, in fact, he says that we supported budget after budget. Well, we supported 7 budgets. That is true. Because there are many programs in those budgets. The peace program, the PAP program, benefits for our people, the roofing program. Those were programs that the PAM CCM caucus, the majority in the cabinet supported. So yes, we supported the budget. But if we are wrong for supporting 7 budgets and having tried to work privately and quietly, we went to all kinds of retreat at Park Hyatt. I go down Park Hyatt down there so nice. And they bring people here to talk to us, prime ministers. And when you see, you go to the priest, you go to the pastor, you go to the teacher, you go to the elder, you go to everybody, but Timothy won't change. Because Timothy can't change. You all know the story of the scorpion and the frog? The scorpion wanted to cross the turbulent river. And the scorpion said to the frog, I can't swim. Can you carry me across the river? The frog said to the scorpion, if I put you on my back, you will sting me. And the scorpion said, don't be stupid. I will never sting you, because if I sting you, you will die, and we both gonna drown. So the frog said that make good sense. The frog put the scorpion on the back. Halfway across, the scorpion sting the frog. The frog said, my God, we are both drowned. Why did you do that? The scorpion said, because I'm a scorpion. And that's what scorpions do. Well, he might as well have said, because I am Timothy. And that's what Timothy do. I am here to say to you all that if it is that we voted for 7 budgets and we are now to be disqualified from coming to our people to tell our people what has been happening and the struggles and the difficulties that we have endured, then Timothy voted for 18 budgets under Douglas. 18. Then he come and he distanced himself from everything that Douglas ever do. He said all the bad that Douglas do, he don't know about that. And so I am to say to you tonight, my brothers and sisters, that we are not to worry ourselves unduly. We know what we have to do. I believe in Nevis, the people of CCM know what they have to do. Like my brother Spencer Brand, I was a little disappointed that we have to come to you in a federal election because we were ready for the local election. But maybe it's a good thing because now that the federal election has come, and why has it come? The federal election has come 3 years early simply because one man, as the old people in Nevis will say, one mortal, decide that if he can't have the office of the prime minister, if he can't have all the power in the country, then he gonna mash it up. That reminds me of when we were boys. And whoever owned the bat when we play cricket, when the batsman get out, he take up the bat, he put it on the arm and he go home. Match done, game mash up. And some of the fellas who love to fight, they will go in the wicket and they stand up and say not a soul could move them. Timothy mashing up the game. And for what reason? Personal power, self-aggrandizement. And I am saying the people of this country have a choice to make. I believe that the people of Nevis, the people of 9, 10, and 11 will make the right choice. The people in St. Kitts, you must make the right choice. The right choice for you is the People's Action Movement. The right choice for us in Nevis is the Concerned Citizens Movement. And when those two movements come together, we have true unity. Real unity. Unity that goes back to the founding principles. Unity that says every man, woman, and child in this country is valued. Every man, woman, and child in this country has a contribution to make to national development. Not the type of unity, the fake unity that Timothy tried to give us, which said that Nevis must suffer and Nevisians must suffer. And you all know the thing that vexed me, the thing that bothered me. Every time he come Nevis, he said, "My father from Cotton Ground. My father from Cotton Ground." Timothy don't even know where Cotton Ground be. He don't even know where Cotton Ground be. Come up here saying, well, if your father from Cotton Ground and you're trying to claim some roots in Nevis, why you want to treat Nevis people like that? And I, as the leader of Nevis, must sit down with you. Well, if I sit down with you, that means I agree. So after I wrote, and I met, and I discussed, and every time he responded to my letters, it was a new excuse. I said, Timo, this sharing thing not working. He said to me, the Ministry of Finance has to do an analysis. I said, all right. 8 months later, Timo, where are we? Oh, good news. The analysis is almost finished. Okay. 1 year later, Timo, where are we? Oh, I need to put a committee in place to evaluate the situation. Timo, where are we? Oh my God, the World Bank has to be invited in to look at this matter. Now let me ask you, in a country that boasts 98% literacy, where we have such bright young people at CFBC, and Nevis sixth form. You mean to tell me that nobody could count money in St. Kitts Nevis? Nobody could say, well, citizenship by investment bring in X, expenses are Y, X minus Y leaves Z, and let us divide the Z like how we say we're going to divide it. Nobody could do that. You need to bring in the World Bank. In Nevis, we call it cataflam. Cataflam. And I know that I looked at my passport before I came here. And my passport says Mark Anthony Graham Brantley. My passport never said Kunomono. It don't say Kunomono. And if my passport don't say Kunomono, me shouldn't let nobody make me into a Kunomono. My father dead and gone, blessed memory, Irvin Brantley. My mother Vicky, of blessed memory. Them never raised no fool. So me keep coming to you and talking to you on behalf of the people of Nevis, and you keep giving me one excuse after another, after another. And then in 2021, when Nevis appear catching its royal, having to borrow money to pay civil servants, having to borrow to ensure that our pensioners got paid, I find out that is $588 million came into Bastia. Timos send 45 to Nevis. Keep 543 and tell me, what you make nice for? What you make nice? You never used to get nothing under Dougie. So what you make nice for? Well, that is why I vote out Dougie. And because you behave badly, we're going to vote you out too. You better believe it. You see the difficulty, ladies and gentlemen, is that we gave an opportunity. And you know, Sean is here. And I believe that Sean, he has to be a saint. I'm going to tell you the truth. Because long when I done fed up, Sean keeps saying, Lord, let me keep trying. Sean has to be a saint. He has to be. And that is why when I see the scorpion turn his sting on Sean Kenneth Richards, I say, well, there is nothing left. Nothing left. Because if you don't like me, that is okay. And you know why they don't like me? Because my suit look good and my jacket can button. You understand? That's why they don't like me. And DuPont say, my blue suede shoes look good too. I was saying to my wife, because you know, as I get older, I'm trying my best. I figure that when politics is done with me, I should probably find a different vocation. So I started to read the Bible a bit more. And I was telling her about the story in 1 Samuel. If you all go home tonight, read it, starting at 18, chapter 18, and start reading at verse 5. You know what that story is about? It's about Saul and David. Now, Saul was elevated by God to lead. But David went out, and you know what David's problem was? David performed too well. David did his job too well. So when David came back from battle, and the women sang and they said, Saul killed thousands, but David killed tens of thousands, Saul get blue vex. Saul get vexed, and from then, instead of focusing on the country, Saul started to focus on how he could kill David. You hear me? There's nothing new under the sun. And that is the precise example of what we have here. I got to New York to the UN. And I made a speech in the UN. People say, that boy that sound good. He talk good. He got a good command of the Queen's English. You think Timo said that is my foreign minister is making the country proud? Timo Vex. I go to London. I engage on the Windrush issue, representing our people. Did it to the best of my ability. The thing that hurt me the most in London, the man is who sent me. When we got there, he said he tired. Mark, you deal with it. Well, if you give me a job to do, I do the job. So me all end up on the BBC and me put on bow tie too, because me say me need to look like an Englishman. Me on the BBC. So me put on a bow tie. And me try pronounce some word like how the Queen would pronounce them. Yeah. So I said, certainly. I am here today to speak to this matter. And I articulated in a way that the whole world understood what I was saying. Well, after that, the whole world, CNN, and all of them called me, said they want to talk to me. Timo say, you up here play like you're the head of delegation. Watch him. Huh? And he cock off his mouth. You know, he like cock off his mouth. Like he vexed with somebody. Upset that your own ministers of government are representing the country. That's what we were sent to do. And you know, I am in England, going from station to station, talking about the Windrush issue. My own father was a member of the Windrush generation. Timo said he now go up on TV. He now go up on radio. But poor me no know, Timo afraid. Because Timo don't ask for the watch on the show. And he said, you know what? No reporter asked him. Well, Timo, what size shoe you get? Well, Timo, what kind of watch you get? You see this watch here? I buy it from my own money. You see them blue suede shoes here? I buy them from my own money. Mark Brantley never begged no watch and no shoe from nobody yet. And that's why them vex with me. Them vex with me. And I am saying to you, ladies and gentlemen, it is time now for us to take a stand and take our country back. It is time now for the people of St. Kitts and Nevis to say to the outer world that even now it's looking on at us amused and bemused. We said to them that we are doing what any mature democracy does. When somebody messes up, we get rid of them. And we do so peacefully. We do so at the ballot box because that's what we do in democracies. And so, my friends, I like the crowd here tonight. I like the energy here tonight. I want to invite you all to stay on for a while because we have some entertainment for you. But while we're enjoying the camaraderie, while we're enjoying each other's company, the entertainment and all the good things, I want you to remember that elections are won on election day. And a lot of you got people in your house that registered to vote. A lot of you got neighbors who registered and said they're not voting. You have to go out, and every single one of you must do your part to ensure that on St. Kitts you have victory for the People's Action Movement, and on Nevis we have victory for the Concerned Citizens Movement. Now I am satisfied that we will take the message of hope. We will take the message of representation for the people of Nevis and the wider federation throughout the length and breadth, through the highways and byways of this island that we call home. And I am satisfied that when the people look at our performance, that they will say that in the Honorable Eric Evelyn, in the Honorable Alexis Jeffers, and in the Honorable Mark Brantley, they have the best 3 representatives to go to Bastille and to take the message for all divisions to Bastille. So, ladies and gentlemen, tonight I am not afraid. Tonight I am confident. And I'm saying to you the reason why the CCM has launched. Because we know not when the bell will ring, but we know it must ring. But we have launched because I said to the team, we must always demonstrate our readiness. So while others are still trying to find out who their candidates are going to be, I could tell you, we don't have that issue on our side because we prepared ourselves for moments such as this. And I believe that leaders are raised up by God Almighty Himself. And I believe that God has seen that the country needs strong leadership at this time. But leadership which is about you, not about self. Leadership which is seeking to advance the interests of every man, woman, and child in our Twin Island Federation. Not leadership that's about self-aggrandizement, family enrichment. That is not what the country needs or is asking for. And we have heard up here tonight about the amount of money that is being given away. They're trying to buy the favor of the electorate, but I will tell you, it will fail. You know how I know it will fail? I like to, at my age now, I think I have enough maturity and enough wisdom. You see, sometimes in a relationship, a woman tells the man, I'm done. The man was short, he started to buy things. He gone, he bring flowers. In 20 years, he never give the woman flowers. He gone, he replaced the fridge. The fridge was broken for 5 years. He buy a new fridge. He go down by Courts. He get it on credit. He gone, he buy a new stove. He do all of that. But you see, the problem is the woman done say she done. And as far as I'm concerned, the country is done with Timothy. There's only one conclusion that we can come to tonight, even before the election. And that is when that election is called, whatever day it is called, when the votes are tallied and the seats are counted, we can be assured of one thing, that Timothy will no longer be the Prime Minister of this country. And listen to me, you know. I know he's listening. Timo, I want you to look at the watch that the man gave you. I hope you're wearing the 2 shoes that the man gave you. I hope the shoe ain't too big now you lose weight. And I want you to understand that you are done. Pam say you're done? Well, CCM tell you done long time. But Pam now tell you done. And you know, where Pam goes, the country goes. Because Pam is the majority party in the parliament. And so Sean Richards, Lindsey Grant, General Powell, Chesley Hamilton, the good Hamilton, Natasha Gray, Milo Box are waiting to hear who the others are. Somebody greeted me in the crowd tonight. I'm hearing good things about him. I don't know if he will be among the number. But whoever they are, the people of Sinking should go out and support the People's Action Movement. One thing I will say about the People's Action Movement, like them or don't like them, you've always had decent leadership. Look at our national hero. Look at our national hero. And look at Sean Richards. You know, one thing I have served with Sean Richards in the parliament now for a while. He and I used to be on those cold, hard opposition benches together. And then we ended up in government. He doesn't say much. Well, I shouldn't say that because he chat a lot nowadays. But over the years, he never said much. But the one thing I always respected about him is that if he said he was going to do something, he was going to do it. And if he say nah, do it, he nah, do it. And you need integrity in politics. You need leadership that their no is their no and their yea is their yea. You need people that you can count on. We understand that we can't satisfy everybody all the time. But if people know that you have their best interests at heart, people will rally with you. And that is the thing that I've admired about him. And that is why I have confidence that the new, real unity will work. And it will take this country forward. 2 movements, People's Action Movement, Concerned Citizens Movement, joining forces together to advance our country. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for coming. I want to tell you that this reminds me of the difficult days when we fought together. You all remember Greenlands Park? You all remember the meetings that we had? I remember there was one up in Connery. When the days were darkest, we stood together and we were able to overcome through the grace of God. And I am saying to you that God has not turned his back on the people of St. Kitts and Nevis. Every nation in the world has had rogues and vagabonds in positions of leadership from time to time. At the end of the day, let us get down on our knees and pray that God delivers us. Let us continue to maintain a relationship with God and with each other, because I know that better days are ahead for the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis. I want to thank you who have come from St. Kitts. You have made our crowd here even more robust than it was. I want to thank my friend Carlton Rastaman without locks upon, and said to him that he has brought over a multitude with him, and for that we are grateful. I wish that you will enjoy now some entertainment, and when the time comes for you to depart, I want you to go home safely. And to remember that on this night here at Caribbean Cove, we in the Concerned Citizens Movement delivered the first meeting to start this campaign season. The first installment of bringing our country back into respectability and into respectable hands and respectable leadership. My brothers and sisters, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for coming and for being a part of this meeting. But you know, in Nevis, we can't end no meeting without me saying to the people of CCM, 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 are you ready? Well, it look like since PAM people come, CCM people get shy. So CCM, let me ask you again, those in the cars, those in the crowd, CCM, CCM, are you ready? And since the People's Action Movement is here, PAM people are watching us around the world, make some noise. Ladies and gentlemen, that is my quota. Thank you. God bless you. Stay on for the entertainment and get home safely. Can I call the Alexis Jeffers and Eric Evelyn on stage if they're still here? I just want to present to you the next representatives of numbers 9, 10, and 11. The Honorable Eric Evelyn in number 10. The Honorable Alexis Jeffers in number 11. And yours truly in number 9. And since our brothers and sisters are here, will they join us? Sean Richards, where you there? Sean, where you there? Lindsay, Janelle, Natasha, Milo, Chesley, where are you there? Don't tell me I'm going home already.
They are top 10 boy. We voted for CCM again. CCM.
And just so you all know, Janelle is a brown hill man, eh?
We voted for CCM again. They are top 10 boy. We voted for CCM again. They are top 10 boy. We voted for CCM. They are. They are top 10 boy.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the next government of St. Kitts and Nevis.
Now we gonna make some noise.
They are top 10 boys. Keep it up, up, up. Just keep it up, 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 up. Keep it up.
Y'all see a real unity go.
Keep it up, up, up.
Yellow and blue.
When you're feeling like you can't go on, hold on, hold on, oh. Remember the and the CCM will keep you strong. Hold on, oh. But the politicians want to tear you down, right down, oh. But you can Eric and the sheriff will slow you down. Hold on. There's only one way to be a winner. To break the strike, now we have to vote blue and on election day. How can we do that? We vote in CCM non-stop. Cause they come to keep it up, up, up. Just keep it up, up, up. Keep it up, CCM keep up the momentum. Keep it up, up. Just keep it up, up. Keep it up, CCM party and my party will push it, push it, push it, push it, push it. My party and CCM party will push it, higher, push it, higher than that, push it. CCM keep up the momentum. This is Ashimi Dream and I'm
Tell I Eric no one come after stage, you know. One. Ladies and gentlemen, those of you who came on the charter with Mr. DuPont, the bus is going to be ready in 15 minutes time. We got some entertainment for you because you know how we do it in CCM. So it's not just all about politics and talking. So the politics is done now. And we got some of the best entertainers in St. Kitts and Nevis here tonight. Just hold on. They're plugging up. Let me know when you're all ready. Our PAM friends gonna get a little bit of the entertainment before they catch the bus and catch the boat. And I want to wish you all a safe trip over. You know? And hopefully we're gonna come over to join you soon. But for those of us remaining here, we got some real entertainment. We're gonna turn down a little bit of the lights, you know, so the ladies could come forward, those who want to come forward. You see, we already got one stepping forward. Thing nice. Are you ready?
Yeah. Yo, posse. Check. We are in the vibes. Yo, black. Amen. Roll out. Remember. We got the pump people, we got CCM massive. How you mean? Zani Channel. Yeah. Between us, yeah. See now it's all good, babe. Run up backwards, babe. Play me close, hey. Cause girls like you run up the guys like me. So now when I come through, I need a girl like you, yeah. So girls like you run up the guys like me. So now when I come through, I need a girl like you, yeah. You want me? Yeah. You need me? Yeah. Yo, Massive, you ready? I need a girl like you. I say no, you want me? Yeah. If you from Sinkis, I'm from Nevis. Everybody put your hands in here right now. Put your hands in here. Show them up. Show them up. Just put them up. Show them up. If you know you come out to represent CCM and PAM, people running the man. Don't afraid. 1, 2, 3, go walk it. Hey. Walk it, hey! Just walk it! Just walk it! Don't to the ground, just walk it! Just walk it! Just walk it! Your master blow, let go! Party time! We building a band tonight! If you love CCM and you love PAM, somebody say, whoa! If you love your party, somebody say, whoa! Party people! Give me! All day! All night! All day! Tell them I say we liming! Hey! Y'all see that? You see that? Let's go! Why yo? Everybody put your hands in there right now! Put your hand in the air! Put your hand in the air! Put your hand in the air! Right now! Put your hand in the air! Give me! What yo? Am I right? We having a good time tonight. Let's go. Give me. Sanga diggy mat. Sanga diggy mat. Hey, please. People jamming to the cool and the rhythm. All the rocks them waving. Everybody chanting, singing. Sing. Sanga diggy. Sing. Say Revlon spending from dusk till morning. All the rum and drinking. Everybody sing. I can't hear you. Sing it. Tuesday morning and Friday, we having fun. We jamming as one. If you with CCM and PAM, put one finger in here. Put one finger in here right now. If you got on a yellow shot or blue shot, put the finger in here right now. Tell them, so string bottom. So jamming with this steel bottom. Teen show, green show, whining to calypso. Come to do the morning and early when the bottom on the road. I see walking up, we jumping up, and we do yo. Tell them we bad, we love the festival. Tell them we love the festival. You know who we love? We love the festival. Who we love? We love the festival. Tell them say you love your party bad. You love your party, man. Say you love your party. Papa CCM, tell them. So we liming. No stop. Drinking. No stop. Fetting. Everybody tell them we liming. Non stop. Jamming. Non stop. Squeeze. Boom. We having a party tonight. You come over here, you come over here to stand up. We come out here to have a good time. Let's go. I said it's you, babe. Well, I'm a sucker. Whoa, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Take the time, say yeah. You're massive.
Just say this you, babe. Well, I'm a sucker. Whoa, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. Say it, oh, yeah. Right now, 1, 2, dump to the gun, girl. Dip down low. Right down on the gun, girl. Please. Nice. People, are you having a good time so far? Are you having a good time so far? The people that said the bus are going to left in 15 minutes. Are you come enjoy yourself? No. Do not wait and then say, you not get it.
Let's get this party started right.
What? Let's get this party started quickly. Amen. People come out, let me get this thing going. Let's get this thing going. Master Blue, read him up. Now we have something. Read him up. Let's go. Walk. Let's go. Walk. Stand there. Stand there. Stand there. Girl, come stand there. Walk. Stand there. Stand there. Walk. Stand there. Yo, Speedy.
What's that one, Delhi?
Hey, I say this. Well, I'm a sucker.
Whoa, yeah.
Should I tell you, say? I said, I tell you, say. Get your back ready. Get your back ready. Say this, you, babe. Well, I'm a sucker.
Whoa.
Get your knees ready. Turn on the lights. Turn on the lights. Turn on the lights. Turn back down the lights. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Let's go. That's it. Girl, dip down low. Right down on the gun. Girl, dip down low. Dip. Girl, dip down low. Girl, bend over. Touch the floor. Dip on the gun, girl. Right down on the gun, girl. Girl, dip on the gun now. Right down on the gun now. I say this you. How many? Now take all.
Whoa.
Where's that one?
All that little people say. What they call me?
Speedy.
Tell all your friends.
What you gonna do?
We are gonna mash up,
rip up, take up. Niceness.
Last year was the first time I had a
long jam session.
Whipping the
road wasn't my thought, it wasn't my intention.
And when I grabbed the mic and I touched the road, oh yes, it was a
sweet sensation.
When the big truck rolling down in a Charleston,
hey, the chairman calling.
Well, and he pleaded, and public works
calling.
Well, and he
begging.
The minister calling, and he balling. But I could call my phone till the battery done.
We look here.
I'm taking a piece
of the road.
And I'm jamming out the control. I tell you, I'm taking a
piece of the road.
And I'm fetting out of control.
Hey, I'm taking the road like I own it.
I'm walking with it
like I own it.
Caribbean club
like I own it.
I'm walking with it
like I own it.
I'm taking in ya
like I own it.
Makisha
like I own it. Right now,
I'm taking a piece of the road. And I'm jamming
out of control.
I'm taking a piece of the and I'm fetting.
Squeeze it.
I'm Mr. Troops and bands and the road. In all the splendor, they're waiting on here to play mass and fit together and get in and back and winding up. Yes, that is the order. When you come to last up, jump up, you don't know it's
be a disaster.
The chairman
calling.
Well, and he pleaded. All public works
calling.
Well, and they begging. The minister
calling.
And he balling.
Turn on the lights, turn off the lights. Just stop with the lights up, please. Please, I'll take it out. I can't see the people, I want to see them.
And I'm jamming out the control, I tell you. I'm taking a
Sunny road.
I'm fetting out of control.
Why?
I'm taking it road.
Like I own it.
I'm walking with it.
Like I own it.
I'm walking.
Like I own it.
I'm walking with it.
Like I own it.
I'm taking it road.
Like I own it.
I'm walking with it.
Like I own it.
I'm taking it road.
Yo, party people.
Master Blue.
Let's play. If you know you come out to the party tonight, anybody got a water? Anybody got a water in their hand? And I was, hey, let me be here myself. If you know you got a water in your hand, put your water up. Put your waters up. And if you know when you come voting there, you can just vote and mind your business, right? Put your water in the air. Put your water in the air. Put your water in the air. Put them. Put your water in the air. Put your water in the air. Let's go. 1, 2, 1, 2. Say that I'm gonna drink water and say that I'm gonna
drink water and
say that I'm gonna drink water and mind my business. quarter man. Listen,
Show back one.
say I don't care if she got a side man. Say I don't care if she got a main man. Say I don't care if she come with someone. Say I don't care if she walk everyone.
Tonight.
I gon' drink pattern.
Well,
I gon' drink pattern. Tabish. Say I gon' drink pattern. Yeah, look off the next one too. I gon'
drink water and my mind is.
Hey. Say I don't care if she got a side man. Say I don't care if she come with someone.
Just not
say I don't care if she walk everyone. I don't really care if she got a husband. Say that gun. I mean, we're walking. Hey, Mr. Evelyn, you having a good time? I want to find somebody who hold on for a little. Let Allen go long. Take the time, girl. She could whine, she could grind. Whoa, yeah. Take your time, girl, walk it. She could whine, she could grind. Hey, sweetie, you hear this? Boom. I love the way she whine, I love the way she grind. I watch it from behind. I'm telling you, she could whine, she could grind, she could whine, she could grind. Yeah. I love how she so it down. She remind me of a merry-go-round. I'm watching it go around. I'm telling you, she could whine, she could grind, she could whine. Hey, P. She could grind. Hey, P, let her pay. I say, hey, that girl, she got to move. We are it really rude. So good. She's a trendsetter, whining instructor, no kind of behavior. Rolling that dumper. Tell them, say, I might need my doctor with a whole lot bumper. Whoa, she walking good. Let me see you go. Take your time, girl. Walk it. Walk it. Slow. Walk it. Slow. Walk yeah, it. Uncle Ellis, let's go.
Walk it. Take your time.
Right now, 1, 2. Hey, no, walk it, so girl, just tip on your toe.
Walk it.
Shake it and bubble, let me go.
Walk it.
Twerk and jiggle it some more. Wind down, girl, take it to the floor, girl. Walk it.
Please.
Hey. Everybody go, action. Action. Hey, sweetie. Action.
Action.
I want to say action thing.
Action.
Duncan.
Party people.
Let's go. Heads, shoulder, knees and toes.
Knees and toes.
Head, shoulder, knees and toes. You put your hand upon your head, your shoulder, knees and toes. Head, shoulder, knees and toes. Hey, so head, shoulder, knees and toes.
Knees and toes.
Head, shoulder, knees and toes.
Knees and toes.
So put your hand upon your head, your shoulder, knees and toes. Head. You can't touch it, I want to.
Here we go.
Okay.
Let me go.
Grab your knees and walk up. 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 Right down to the gum, girl, walk up. Down to the gum, girl, walk up. Grab your knees and walk up. Hey. Head, shoulder, knees and toes.
Knees and toes.
Head, shoulder, knees and toes.
Knees and toes.
You put your hand on your head, your shoulder, knees and toes. Head, shoulder, knees and toes. Knees and toes. Hey, head, shoulder, knees and toes.
Knees and toes.
Head, shoulder, knees and toes. I say sorry.
Girl, put your hand on your head.
Your shoulder, knees and head, shoulder, knees and toes. Every girl just come on the ground, girl. Grab your knees and walk up. Grab your knees and walk up. Grab your knees and walk up. Remember, you know, and walk up. I down to the ground, girl, walk up. Right down on the ground, girl, walk up. Grab your knees and walk up. Yeah, blow, squeeze.
Walk up.
Woo! Don't get me wrong, you know. Don't get me wrong.
Master Blue. Find it up again. Any side dish in the house?
Macaroni for everyone.
Any side dish in the house say yeah.
That's what I mean.
But if I ever take the other man this morning, yeah. Say yeah. So don't get me wrong, it's a
Serious song, I love my side dish. How you mean?
don't misunderstand, it's just
Fool me the pan, I love my side dish.
I want you to sing for me, sing. I
love my side dish.
And me said I love
my side dish. Now see that?
Listen.
Hey! I love when they fix up real nice. And decorate the place all night. That's when they ask you to compromise. And every man loves something on the side. Love for the season up just right. Every feel, every favor so high. Pour it on heavy. All night for variety is the spice of life side dish. That me a hope and pray and wish. Walk your team my parish. Swim to my name is to send kids. Just to get it now. Listen to this. And anyway you there I must find. Make reservation. Call it quick. Put on and you say, hey, hey, just don't get me wrong, it's a serious song. I love my side dish. Rambadi dam, badi dam. It's a I love my side dish. Right in the Caribbean Cove tonight. Sing out. I love my side dish. You see them people there? Happy said I love said my side dish. That is on the screens. DJ, good night. You're outside. We're outside, we're having a good time so far, right? Then they are speedy in the area. People not afraid to hold somebody. This is not a gospel thing, not church thing. Hold somebody if you could. Don't go home with a comb. Rudy could tell you about it. That's why he cut Ali here. He can't take Ali comb them. But you see, tonight, we come out to have a good time. The lowest way by there. Mommy, good night. Right now, I want to see everybody get in the mood. Arch your back. Sink in the back. Kayan. Arch your back. Every time, rebel. Hey, girl. Sink in the back. Nobody, arch your back. Nobody on. You see you? Your team. Massive, squeeze it. Girl, arch your back. Hey, put your. Hey, girl, put your. Just a little. You see me? 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 One, two. Girl, put your back in it. Girl, I want to shake it, shake it. Put your back in it. Girl, I want to shake it, shake it. Put your back in it. Girl, I want to shake it, shake it. Put your back in it. Girl, I want to shake it, shake it. Put your back in it, just a little. Put your back in, just a little. Yeah, sink in the back, my friend. Just sink in the back. Sink in the back. Sink in the back. Push back, push back. Hey, push back, push back. Right now. Put your back in it. Girl, I want to shake it, shake it. Put your back in it. Girl, I want to shake it, shake it. Sorry, your back in it. Girl, I want to shake it, shake it. Put your back in it. Girl, I want to shake it, shake it. Ride it. Ride it. Hey, ride out the beat now. Ride out the beat now. Ride out the beat now. Alicia now, come off. Ride out the beat now. Hey, ride out the rhythm, girl. Ride out the rhythm, girl. I want it. Ride out the rhythm, girl. Ride out the rhythm, girl. I want it. Ride out the rhythm, girl. Ride out the rhythm, girl. I want it. Hey, so I want to come, girl. Just walk it up. Let me see you now, come, girl. Just walk it. Just walk it. Don't want to come, girl. Just walk it up. Let me see you now, come, girl. Just walk it. Just walk it. Hey. Ride out the rhythm, girl, I want to ride out the rhythm, girl. Ride out the rhythm, girl, I want to ride out the rhythm, girl. And me said, dump on the ground, girl, I want to ride out the rhythm, girl. Ride out the rhythm, girl, I want to ride out the rhythm, girl. Said I want you come, girl, come, just walk it up. Let me see you now, come, girl, just walk it. High class, just come, girl, just walk it up. Let me see you now, come, girl, just walk it. Hey, and this, we on a roll tonight. We on a roll tonight. Everybody put your hands in here, let's dance. Right now. Hey, I'm gonna take my to the hot town road. I'm gonna. I said I'm gonna take my horse to the hot town road. I'm gonna. You're the hug. I said I'm gonna take my horse to the hot town road. I'm gonna. I said I'm gonna take my to the hot town road. I'm gonna. You see that yellow dog? Hey, I want to ride, ride it, ride it, ride, ride it, ride it, ride, ride it, ride it. Let me slide it inside it, ride, ride it, ride it, ride, ride it, ride it, ride, ride it, ride it. Let me slide it inside it. I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more. I said I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road. I'm gonna ride till I can't. You know I'm gonna take my horse old town road. I'm gonna. Yo, bingo. slide it inside it. Right now, ride it right now, ride it right now. Rhythm up.
Slide it inside it.
Somebody say yeah.
This is horse racing.
You know the dance? You can do it? You know it? Come show me. Come show me. Come show me the dance. Come. Rudy, put you up. Let it try alone. When you on the go, lay it up down there then. Oh, you know nobody come like you. Hey, you in the saddle. It's time to ride. Come on the 6 for lane without expectation. You in the saddle. It's time to ride. If you know it, do it. You in the saddle. It's time to ride. You in the saddle. It's time to ride. You in the saddle. It's time to ride. Let's go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. I say yeah. Giddy up, giddy up, giddy up, giddy up, giddy up, giddy up. Yeah. Yes, bro. Giddy up, giddy up, giddy up. I say yeah. Giddy up, giddy up, giddy up, giddy up, giddy up, giddy up. Yeah. Giddy up. Let me go. 1, 2, 3. Let go the whip. 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 I tell you, say yeah. Giddy up, giddy up, giddy up, giddy up, giddy up, giddy up. Yeah. Giddy up, giddy up, giddy up, giddy up, giddy up. I say yeah. Giddy up, giddy up, giddy up, giddy up, giddy up. Yeah. Hey, Rudy, what we tell them? Go round the bend. 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 Read them up. Somebody say ready. Yo, Speedy. Well, go on then. Let me start it this way. Say put your hands up, show me that you're ready. Come take a jump now, show me that you. Say put your hands up, show me that you're ready. Hey, Gastello. Hey, Gastello. My team, ready. We always ready. From Maxville, ready. Where to see the hill, ready. Tell them that my team, ready. We always ready. From country, ready. Massive blues. We done and the crew don't set up. Because we fetting from the time we link up. Tell them the weakling, me don't wanna jam up. Why? It's just energy, no style up. Say from the gang, them rolling this session. It's strictly waistline instead emotion. They man them right up and the girl them good up. It's just energy, energy. Sing with me, man. Why? We work hard on the weekdays. Now it's the weekend. Tell them a time. Yo, Shriek. We work hard on the Justin weekdays. Calvin. Tell them a time. Yo, Nishi. Just put your hands up. Show me that you're ready. Hey, come take a jump. Now show me that you're ready. Hey, say put your hands up. Ready? Come take a jump. And we say my team, ready. We always ready. From Maxville, ready. Where to see the hill, ready. Tell them that my team, ready. 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 She got lose the rhythm. Ha, ha, ha. Ladies, if you know you got it, just do it. Me not tell you. Hey, she got the juice. She got the juice. Ease up. Ladies, I start to do it. Not afraid. Me like action, you know. I like action. You like action? Come tell them, Colleen. Can you like them hear me? Tell them.
Action is my middle name.
Yeah, Dingo man, pick up yourself.
I'm telling you. Action is her middle name. You got the juice?
Dingo man,
Colleen, you got juice?
Dingo man, pick up yourself.
What juice say? Cranberry juice? I tell you that. Read them up. Huh?
Dingo man, pick up yourself.
Somebody a chip? The button and chip? A Zimba one, no?
Boy, that's a good thing. If the bottom and chip, that's a good thing. Come in deal with the bottom, you know.
Chew, Kappa. Zimba, you? I lock off the lights, them. I tell her it's a long time. Up your hat, no rotted.
Everybody, yo.
Right up. Give them an update.